This is the One Piece Podcast, episode 891 for the week of Monday, November 3rd, 2025. My name is Zach.
My name is Ed.
And on today's episode, we have very special guest translator for One Piece in Weekly Shonen Jump Manga Plus. It's Stephen Paul. How's it going, Stephen?
Well,
and Halloween's over, so no longer a very evil guest.
Oh, I forgot about that.
No longer a very evil guest. Yeah, I know. We closed the we officially closed the book on Steve's baseball card saga because
I'm glad you brought this up.
The Dodgers won, so he has forgiven and moved on. But because the Dodgers won, I renounce baseball. I denounce baseball. I don't even want to pronounce baseball. Yeah, so that's how I'm
why
feeling
they pay
today.
you the big bucks or things like that. I can't even think of a word to describe what you were doing. Rhymes like that.
I think being a Padres fan is a lot like being a Mets fan, but the Mets have won the World Series once at least.
Thanks for reminding me.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, no, as a Mets fan, I do. I feel you. I gave up on that sport long ago, knowing that there was no hope for it. But
Wise.
It's funny that Steve's bar for forgiveness is that you have to win the World Series in order to. So if any of you refuse to give Steve his card, even though he doesn't ask for it, his card game card,
it's a pretty admirable demonstration of humility, I think.
I think so too.
My enemy's success. My enemy
reaching the pinnacle of success. It's not just like any success.
It has to be the most success.
The
if
most
it's just
success.
like very successful, jealousy.
Yes.
Most success.
Okay, we'll give Steve Yurko a hard time a little more later in the podcast, I assume. We also have special guests, as you may have heard, I think both of. We have our anime recap host, Sam Leach. How's it going, Sam?
So somebody explain this baseball thing to me.
No, not doing that.
Like,
nope.
Is it more base than ball or more ball than base? Or
well, Steven doesn't even want to pronounce.
Like, what are the rules of baseball?
Well, there's a great version of this for you. It's called the Savannah Bananas. Yeah. And they do a bunch of acrobatics.
True.
Yeah.
Speaking of the Savannah Bananas, we have our contributor Ken O'Connor with us. How's it going, Ken?
Why is that me? The resident banana.
I don't know. It felt like a good segue. It didn't make sense, but I went with it.
Happy birthday, Yamato. There, it's out of the way now.
You got a cover story. You got
they got a pretty lackluster cover story.
I don't even know what his ranking is in the.
Are you kidding me?
Ulti
was there.
Ulti was there. Yeah.
It had highlights, but just ended on like I think someone in our Discord posted where it started with like the first chapter being like
the Onigashima
underwater, and then you look at what we got and like wow, that led to nothing. What a setup for nothing.
Kozuki Moria.
To be fair,
I love that. Just I gotta wait for it to come into play. The main story.
He loved that, Steven. Right? Those are fighting words.
Yeah. I renounce Ken.
I won't even pronounce Ken.
You wouldn't be the first, and you won't be the last either.
Starting off feisty here. We have like a ton of One Piece news that I'm going to try and get through. Some of it I saw. I think our Discord feared for Sam's livelihood on the podcast, but don't worry. Sam will be appearing probably even more, if that's possible, on the show. Because the news is that the anime is going to be taking a break starting at the beginning of the year through March, much like happened this year.
It's
right? That was this year?
It's good because I mean, doing the episodes live is a tremendous strain on the animator's hands.
Ed, they weren't doing them live; they were.
Yeah, this year it was they did a 3-month break and then they just did the rest of the year.
Yeah, but this time is going to be different because they're only doing 26 episodes in 2 cores. I don't know the etymology of that word, but I've been seeing it a lot more in
like French.
A quarter of a year, a season.
That's where that comes from. You know, I'm happy someone finally said it. Also, Ken is doing the Italian hand, not the French hand. I know no one could see that. But that's how he treats the French. You heard it here, all French listeners. Anyway, 26 episodes divided into 2 parts of 13 episodes. Adil's reporting, and I saw Steven, I think you watched the video of it, saying that it's going to be like 1-to-1 pacing with the manga chapters. Is that the case?
He clipped it for me. I didn't watch the whole video, but he did check with me, and there was they literally had graphs. It was, you would have loved it, Zach.
I did. I saw the graphs. I did see the graphs. Yeah.
Where they showed like the ratio of manga to anime like content, like in other words, how many chapters of manga went into a particular episode of the anime. And then like the x-axis was like 100%, so like 1-to-1, and they were showing how at the very early on, the first year or two, it was like 2 or 3 chapters per episode of anime, and then it has steadily drifted down, and in the last several years, it's usually been 1 or sometimes less than 1 chapter per episode. But it sounds like they are intent on adapting them 1-to-1 in this new format.
Yeah,
which they have been pretty consistently lately.
Yeah.
But that requires the breaks.
Yeah.
Sam, do you have thoughts? Do you have thoughts on that, just subjectively?
I didn't expect them to. I had no expectations that they would speed it up more than 1-to-1. I kind of thought that they would do what they did before, where it's like, here's a half the year is anime, half the year is some other programming. Although I'm surprised that they're splitting it the way that they are, where it's like season break, season break, season.
Well, they might be doing like the Fishman Island thing for all the arcs or something, we
don't know. We don't know what
we have no idea.
The in between plan is. If they have like something to fill that,
or
that time
maybe
slot.
I have to imagine.
Go ahead, Sam.
I have to imagine that they would have announced that here, though, if that's what the plan was.
Well, so weird. So we mentioned this, that it was like happening right after we released the podcast, and boy,
crucially,
did it.
this is not no announcements about the One Piece.
No,
well, that was going to be
with that.
That's a good segue, Ed, because I was going to say my crazy theory would be that would be a great thing to fill the breaks with, because you have the time slot, which is, I think, the big coveted thing to get.
But that's independent of Toei, then.
Yeah,
that's true.
That's the thing. That's a Netflix production that would have nothing to do with.
Yeah, you're right. That's not going to be on television.
And I think,
probably.
Fuji TV decides what goes on in their time slot.
Yes.
Yeah, unless they're going to broadcast it like on both. But you're right. That doesn't really make tons of sense.
Like, do you want to watch a Punk Hazard Redux like 13 episodes at a time, or?
Well, you didn't. The Fishman Island Redux, from what I heard and saw a little bit of, was crap, wasn't it? Yeah.
I was really disappointed.
Which is disappointing because it's a good idea in concept. Like, do you know what I mean? Like,
they just need to give themselves like 5 more episodes to do it.
I said this about Dragon Ball Kai, and I'll say this about. Just reanimate the damn thing if you're gonna do that. Like, just
I like Kai. I'm a big. Kai
I think
fan.
Kai as a concept is great. On its execution is mixed. I think it just doesn't look great at times. I think what makes it valuable is the dub. Like, the dub is fantastic and it's just such a new generation Dragon Ball Z dub. Yeah.
All that plagiarized music that I really like.
Oh, love the plagiarized music. I missed that. I forgot about that. I was my maybe somewhat unpopular opinion is I don't think the 1-to-1 is necessarily a bad thing, because the way Oda's been writing his chapters is to fill in a lot of blanks. Like, the anime there's a lot of blanks he leaves there for the anime staff. Depends the chapter, obviously, but
and you don't. Sorry.
I was going to say, he also draws more panels than ever in tiny, dimensions, so that even if they were like, oh, we can fill in all the blanks, but there's like a million different character reactions we have to show because they're part of the manga and stuff. So it's a little tricky, but he does. It would mean that they get to end the episodes like on the right cliffhanger moment, because obviously Oda is always about the cliffhangers at the end of his chapters, and he's going to be the best at it. So
I think there's a lot of room to make this very good. So
Yeah, I
Yeah,
absolutely think you
would,
still could. Yeah,
I think it would be odd to like suddenly ramp it up at this stage. Like now it's really fast after Egghead, and like the having like a consistent pace through the whole story is, I think, probably the One Piece's goal.
Yes, yeah.
I assume a fast one too. Like,
or just like a comfortable, whatever the needs of the story are.
Hopefully,
that's
the hope.
Each season.
Like, like Logtown's a great example of like a thing that Oda left a lot of room for because he was like trying to get to the chapter 100 at the time, and so there's a lot of stuff that got cut that I think I would still like to see in the One Piece. Daddy the Father, I think, is the one that everyone wants to see.
I don't think Daddy the Father's coming back, unfortunately.
How do you know?
Yeah, that's what they all say.
Yeah, Daddy the Nostradamus over here.
He went out for a pack of cigarettes, and
yeah.
That would be Daddy the Fathering. What was I gonna say? So, there's no word on specifics except that the character designs came out. We had that teaser visual of Luffy walking through the snow with the giant footprints, which has been received very well online, and I think correctly. It's a very cool teaser image. Like unusually so for One Piece. Usually it's just like stock art kind of looking.
Yeah,
this one, this is excellent. Like, I'm very impressed by this.
They're getting better at that, at like putting together like a wisely considered promotional angle. Same with like the the volume preview videos and stuff.
I'd go so far to say that like Toei was probably, I don't want to call it a rut, but they're like in like a routine. Like, this is how we do it. This is how we make One Piece. This is how we promote it. And they're just getting out of that rut, and it's very refreshing to get out of it. It's been very cool over the last like 5-6 years, seven almost,
7 years of them of it. Like, it feels like they took to heart like the criticisms people had about how just kind of what a conveyor belt kind of slop that they were making.
But like from Dressrosa through like what, Punk Hazard?
No,
I would say like Ennis Lobby through Whole Cake.
That might be unpopular with some. Like, that's the problem, is that there are gems in that, but it's been rough. I think you're right generally that there has been a rough patch since then, particularly compared to the manga. But the anime has obviously blossomed into something different. But
it really feels like they're taking it seriously in ways that they weren't before.
I think I meant more that they're getting out of like, they're not doing the weekly thing, like they're completely.
I remember when I was doing the anime recaps. This is before I moved. This would have been the Dressrosa anime. Those were hard sometimes.
Yeah, there's a reason it was very hard to get me to do
Hard Knock Days.
Just like, I'm done. Yeah, Punk Hazard, I think, killed me with anime recaps. Like, Fishman Island was rough to do at the time, and it did not get better. Okay.
I mean, the part with the air cannon bubble was hard enough to read. It was harder to watch.
Oh God, the air cannon bubble. I forgot about that. Other news. The Egghead recording finished. There was a cake with Vegapunk.
Vegapunk, yeah.
Now, rest in peace, I think.
In pieces, because it's a cake.
Well, yeah. And also, because he split himself into different ones. Germany, I am going to mention this. Germany and Spain are getting a new dub on Netflix.
That's the Castilian Spanish, not the Latin American dub.
Oh, really? Okay, good to know. So Adil was nice enough to post the original names, and I think these were posted as well from Netflix. That are going to be. These are all going to be changed. Rufy, Laura Noor, Lysop, Ms. Bloody Sunday. Excellent.
Wow.
I think Josh said it's very wrong, but I love it, or something like that. Like,
I kind of love that
really
one too.
sick.
That's really great, actually.
Yeah, it makes no sense, but
you're gonna save Miss Bloody Sunday for the Irish dub.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
that is about there's better ones even coming. Gum Gum Kalashnikov instead of Gatling, I believe. Yeah. Super Soaker instead of Water Pistol, which, you know what?
That's not
bad. I like that. That's pretty good. And and presumably Unicon, which was
is that the
Laugh
Navy's
Tale.
like guns during
No,
that was 4Kids. 4Kids made the water guns, right?
Oh, they did have those. So those will be changed according to a deal, who I do believe. It was required by Toei, and that actually comports with everything we've heard about the dub here in America after the 4Kids fiasco.
That's pretty cool.
So that is cool. More big news. Like equally big news to the anime stuff. The One Piece live action season 2, we have a date. It's March 10th, 2026. I was going to say 5. Barely know what year it is. Yeah, great news. We've been getting posters from each island, from each quote unquote arc or island. This time we have one of Luffy at Drum Island. That's very exciting. I
like the one for Little Garden with the giants looking down.
Yeah, they're all fun. I think I like the
great.
one where I like the Laboon one where they're like they're never coming back.
They're never coming back. Here's more posters.
Netflix cancels them after season 2 without.
Well, to be fair, Netflix would do something stupid, probably like that.
Although they did announce season.
They did announce season 3. You're right.
That's a new crew. They're rebooting.
Oh, did we? When was that announced? Did we mention that here? I don't even remember when that was.
That wasn't that this week. That was some time ago.
Okay. I have no memory of anything, but let's continue. The volume 113 promotional video. I could talk. It's daylight savings. I'm going to blame that. The promotional video for volume 113 came out, premiering the voice of Shamrock, who is played by everyone's favorite, lovable, awful person, Yonji. The same voice, I believe.
The same voice actor.
Yeah. Also, Kaiba. Also, Nanami and JJ.
Oh, he's the voice of Kaiba?
Kenjiro Suda?
Thank you.
Yes.
I believe so.
Okay.
Yeah, he's... I know a lot of people who think he's got a sexy old man voice.
Hell yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, it's an interesting video. It is very Shanks centric, or is it? It's like showing off Shanks giving the hat to Luffy and all this stuff, and looking at the posters, and then they show off Shamrock, and it just has this big like Anno, like Godzilla style subtitle that just says, "This man is not Shanks." Which is,
do not trust this man.
Yeah, which is I'm sure it's very effective if you're just like a casual, just like a random Japanese person, and you've absorbed One Piece through the years through osmosis, and you're like, what do you mean that's not Shanks? That's obviously Shanks. What are you talking about? So I think that's a good clever piece of marketing there.
How funny would that be if like there's like posters and videos like, oh, like the new voice actor, and they don't show a name, they just show Shanks, like, oh, they recasted Shanks' voice actor. How come? Like, no one knows why. It's Shamrock.
The whole video is like showing the scar on Shanks' face too, though. That's how you know the scar.
Are you okay with being two different voice actors? Wouldn't you think it's the same voice actor or different inflections? Wouldn't you think, because they're twins?
I feel like the rules are wide open. Like
are they fraternal twins?
Like Sanji and his brothers are
true.
Are they identical quadruplets, or are they?
They were.
That's true.
They were identical quadruplets that were experimented on in utero.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. To be fair, there's a lot of wiggle room there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also in Punk Hazard, when the crew got mixed around, they just all voiced their internal voices rather than
is your soul.
The physical voice.
Yeah.
Oh, I hated that. I really wanted them to pretend to be. I'm still upset about that. That would have been so
but
great.
You know that some of them would have been better at it than others.
I don't care. That makes it even funnier. Like that adds.
That was when Frankie was in Chopper's body.
Yeah,
being not cute.
Wouldn't you love to see Chopper's voice actor try to do Frankie's voice? Like, that's fantastic. Come on. What a miss. Of the missed opportunities in the anime, that ranks very high for me.
Listen, when the live action has a chance to correct that in 12 years.
There's more big news. I think we talked about this before, but that there's going to be an anime adaptation of One Piece Heroines, which is the novelization, spin-off novelization that's been running in the One Piece magazine.
What goes on in that novelization?
It's just a bunch of little short stories. Each one is centered around Nami or Robin or Tashigi or
Are they like? Is it like in the modern day, like living regular lives, or?
Yeah, it's like Nami has like a shopping thing, helps them with the dress, and like there's a fight. It's all very like slice of life, little like nonsense.
Does it take place in the One Piece world?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
But it doesn't. It's not like in a canonical time period or anything.
Right.
It's just like
because the designs just make them feel like, oh, this is my modern AU Nami, or
no,
yeah.
That's just the art.
That's the style of the artist. But
it's
we
beautiful,
did
beautiful art.
Yes. We talked about when we would go over those magazine issues how good the design choices of the artist who did the illustrations for those are, and I'm very happy, of course, to see that they are using her designs as the basis for this little anime spinoff.
Do we know? I don't think. Do we know like how many episodes or like what any of the?
No,
specifics?
I would
don't think
assume
so.
it's
An
must
episode
be
a character.
I was gonna say I would assume it must be a Netflix thing. I could be wrong about that, but
It is. Yeah.
Oh, it is. Okay. Yeah. So
The first book had 5 chapters, so maybe if they do 5 episodes.
5 episodes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds right.
They could do them because they're pretty short, so they could be like like Cartoon Network, like 10-minute
15,
style.
10 and 10.
Yeah, something like that.
I wonder. I mean, it's
work.
Netflix. They have a lot of flexibility there.
Right.
But the character design sheets came out. I will know. I feel like this artist does have the same problem where they all look like they're from the Long Leg tribe. Like they look like.
That's a problem now.
I never said it was.
Just kidding.
Why do you hate
You
legs,
said
Zach?
it was a problem.
Famous leg hater, Zach.
I just remember that one color spread of Nami with like legs that like were the entire width.
I remember
of
the one
page.
where she has the water bottle and her arm is like 3
Okay, yeah, that one.
Her arm has
That's
two
a different
elbows.
one.
Exactly, yeah.
That's
It
long
goes
arm
off screen and
tribe.
wraps back around.
Yeah, no, there was the one with Nami and Ra. I think was it the Kung Fu and the Ninja one or something like that, where like he clearly started drawing them and was like, okay, I don't want to have to draw their feet, so I'm just going to keep going down with the legs until they hit the bottom of the thing. And it was like, oh, that's too long. But that's
Well,
was
let's see
also
when it's
that,
in movement, and I'm sure it'll be better. but,
I need the longest legs you've got. Oh no, that's too long.
that's too long. Yeah.
There was also that like gun cover spread with all like the women lined up together, like the girls of One Piece, and it was from a really low angle, so they all look super tall like that too.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I feel like it happens more often than not.
Those are out in English now too, right? Or at least one volume is
Heroines?
the
Yes.
heroines.
Yeah. Yeah, I did them a while ago.
Yeah.
There's
Which is
some
why
very
Steven
funny
knows.
ones. I forget if I think Hancock might have been in the second one instead of the first one. That one is my favorite. That one is incredibly funny. So yeah, look for those. They're very fun books.
That's like one of the few One Piece books I do not currently have or own. So I need to get that. There's 2 other little pieces of news, and then we'll be done. And Ken, I want you to hold off on reacting for 1 second on this one in particular. The Shonen Jump shop, and I'm very excited, coming to the East Coast. We get no love here, so this is a big deal, except for the Thanksgiving Day float. But that's because
that's
we're the
not
only...
true. I mean, they had a One Piece Day promotion at the Red Sox game last season.
Oh, Boston? We're counting Boston?
We don't count Boston.
We
Here, I'm
don't count
sorry.
Boston here.
Yeah, they had
Not on
Luffy
this
throwing out the first
podcast.
pitch at the game.
Not here, not in New York.
Yeah, and completely ignoring the time, all the One Piece fans went to Times Square to see the ad on the billboards. For,
Oh, that's
Okay.
right.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I'm eating my words immediately. I see what's happening.
No, keep
But-
going, Zach. Push forward. Ignorance.
The Shonen Jump shop is coming to New York. Wait, that's not New York. That's New Jersey. At the American Dream Mall, which I believe is near the Meadowlands, in New Jersey. Court A, level 1. We'll see you there. I'm hoping to make it. Maybe Ken will.
Do you want to
all
go?
do a meetup.
We can definitely do that.
I want to go. It's just the how.
When is it again? What's the timing?
November 21st through January 20th of 2026. So that's a good amount. That's a
That's
month.
plenty of time.
It's 2 months.
Maybe Mike
2
Patton
months.
will go. He's a New Jersey guy.
Yeah. Mike Patton is the New Jersey guy, I believe. I don't think there's another one.
He's the only one.
Lazy River
The
in
Lazy
New
River,
Jersey.
yeah. The balcony guy.
The balcony guy. Let's not forget. So
He has
you
so
want to
many
see Mike
titles.
Patton? Go to the Shonen Jump shop. I'm excited about that. I want more good One Piece apparel and merch. I feel like there's just like there's a lot of kind of mediocre One Piece or rip-off One Piece merch out there. I could always use something like I really special. I want something special. Right, Ken?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, even your Funko Pops back there want that?
Oh, God, leave me alone. I love them.
Just getting bullied today. Okay. That is the news. Oh, I forgot the biggest piece of news. And that is that two people dressed up as One Piece. Well, two things dressed up as One Piece for as Luffy as One Piece. I sound like an old person. It's Luffy for Halloween.
One Piece from One
He
Piece.
dressed up as One Piece from One Piece. The Thing is one of them from the show Wednesday, but more importantly, Elmo is dressed up as Luffy.
Yeah, I
for
saw
Halloween.
the hat. Yeah, that's very cute.
Shonen Jump. I'm really losing it today.
You are tired.
Sesame Street is moved to Netflix, so I assume this is cross promotional.
I thought it was on HBO Max.
Yeah. I was excited when I saw
was.
the image. I was happy when I saw the image of Elmo, but then like when they actually like did the video and you hear the Netflix theme playing over Luffy, and you're just like, oh my God, why did they make that song so aggressive?
It's very aggressive. It is a very aggressive song.
It's just like so much.
I'm a noted hater of Elmo, and that is my hot take. Of the Sesame Street characters, bottom tier. I apologize.
Just putting it out here,
Yes,
Zach would
true.
like it more if Bluey dressed up as Luffy for Halloween.
No, I would take almost any other Sesame Street character would be more, but he is red, and that it does fit in the theme. I get it.
I mean, Big Bird would make a great Big News Morgans. It's right there.
Well, we talked about that when Big News Morgans first showed up.
Yeah,
Big Island,
that makes sense.
Luffy is the Elmo of One Piece.
Yeah. No. Our Discord channel was talking about that. No, Satoru is the Elmo of One Piece.
No, oh my God.
Chopper is the Elmo of One Piece. The one who
but
took
both
it
times
over
get
and
Chopper. Like when he gets a little too cutified and
exactly.
Yeah.
I think David Bednar made a very funny joke about
what was
Rocco
it?
D. Zebek.
Oh,
Rocco D. Zebek being his
the story I have about that is like it's like when my son was like first born, so we're like kind of pandemic-y, and we're just watching Sesame Street episodes while in a haze and sleep deprived, and we're watching the Rocco Gets Married episode and feeling like we've literally lost our minds. Rocco is a rock. Anyway, let's move on into the manga recap. This is the manga recap for chapter 1164, Davy Blood. This chapter and all chapter. Wait, it's past Halloween.
Sounds like a Goosebumps title.
Yes. Actually, yes. This chapter and all chapters available at shonenjump.viz.com or mangaplus.shueisha.co.jp. It's free, legal, available worldwide the same time it comes out in Japan. I don't know if you heard about it. I've only been talking about it for 13 years or whatever. Anyway, Ed, what's going on in the cover story?
Sure, this is a reader request for Perona Chasing a Rabbit with a Watch by Tomari Shinonome.
I like it.
And yeah, it looks like the rabbit from Whole Cake Island. What's his
it's
fucking
Randolph.
name?
Randolph.
Randolph.
That is Randolph, yeah.
Yes, and it looks like Perona is chasing him because he stole Mihawk's hat, maybe?
No, I think it's that he looks like Mihawk.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just happens to dress kind of similar, and Perona is
What?
going
all,
after him accordingly.
all like European goths look the same to you? Is that what you're saying?
I like the creative liberty that Oda's taken, where he could have just done like any rabbit, and he's like, I'll use.
I got a
Randolph.
guy. Yeah.
It's funny because there were theories way back when
I have a rabbit guy.
when Whole Cake started that Randolph was a homie made out of a piece of Mihawk's soul because he looked
Just
so
because
similar.
you have the same hat does
No, I
not
know.
mean you're
No, I know,
related.
but everyone thought there was a connection there.
And
so it's
I'm
funny
blaming you personally
Yes,
for
but
that.
the rabbit with the watch is very Alice in Wonderland coded.
Yeah.
Yes.
By the way,
And the
Ken has
rabbit
been-
ears on the ghosts.
Ken was nice enough to come on last minute, I feel like, for this episode, so I'm giving him a really hard time for no reason.
Yes, the
thanks for
rabbit
having
ears
me.
and the ghosts are very
Thanks,
good too.
Yeah.
It's funny.
Yeah.
It's funny because like I guess the like there's a picture of a like an Alice in Wonderland rabbit like holding the stopwatch and like pointing at it. That's like a big meme right now.
Yeah.
And so a bunch of people when they saw this were like, "Does he know? Oh my God, is he doing the meme?"
You know what?
Is,
yes, probably.
Yeah, sure.
Oda's pretty online.
Maybe
Like
that's why they asked the question, or they asked him the request.
Is it a meme on Japanese?
No. I'm sure he's like.
I'm sure. Like I'm guessing Oda doesn't. He doesn't use.
Is there anything about this
media.
requester's name, or have we seen them before? Tomari Shinigami?
We probably.
Look, bro.
I don't know. I mean, it's just a name. It's just a person's name.
What's
So
in a
it's-
name?
It's possible.
But maybe all it takes is him having like one assistant who's like, "Hey, Oda,
No,
look at
it's
this funny
the-
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
The
no, that's-
assistant who's like, hey, Oda, write 6-7 on Luffy's clothes this time. The kids are
Not to
gonna
be
love it.
apparently confused with Kamen Rider's Tamari Shinosuke. Pretty. Thank you, Google.
Sure.
Giving me exactly what I was looking for. I love that Mihawk face, though. That's an all-timer right there. He was
Yeah.
caught in the act of something. Like, yeah.
I like
He's
the
got
idea
the
that,
shifty eyes.
Yeah, he's got, that he's bad. He's about to do something bad.
I like
got
the
the
idea
shifty.
that Randolph is like the Rabbids version of Mihawk.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Before we get started, since I forgot to mention this too, Kirby is drawing our art tonight, so big thanks. Please check him out. Check them out wherever you could find them.
We'll link all their socials.
We'll link all their socials in the description. I could have planned for that better.
You try.
I think we're done with the cover story though.
Yes.
Ed, I'm sorry, not Ed, Steven. What's happening on the first page? Steven. Yeah.
Yes. We resume the scene with Emu and Rox. They're Emu is doing the weird.
Emu is still partially blown apart.
Yeah. It's still like sort of reconstructing the body parts as they do the weird like whatever this soul sucking impalement is that they're doing to Rox as he screams in pain. And meanwhile, down on the ground, Roger, Whitebeard, and Big Mom are looking up with their weapons. It's funny. It's kind of a casual pose that they all have. They're all just kind of like, yeah, wow, that's some crazy shit up there. And
we've seen some shit, but that shit aligns with the rest of that shit.
Yeah. And then we get the close-ups of all their reactions. So Roger is saying, "Did our attacks do nothing to that spider?" And Garp is a delayed reaction. And Whitebeard is confused. Kaido has he's just a dragon. And Big Mom says,
Kaido's just happy
That's
to be
exactly
here.
what I was thinking. He's like, I'm a dragon now. This is so cool. I finally something.
Still-
like if he had a word bubble, it would just be "I'm a dragon."
he's still doing
Rock
the
the
attack
dragon.
from last week. He's still doing dragon. And Big Mom is like, "What's going on here?" And then we close in on Emu and Rox. And Emu says, "Persistent thou art." And Rox is wheezing in pain. And he says, "Don't downplay the power of humanity, monster. Davy D. Jones was once the king of the world." And we get a big close-up. He's got the big, he's got the curving fangs, but he still has his human spirit coming through, even in the midst of his transformation. Very cool front-facing panel. And Emu replies, "Silence! He was never king. Not for an instant. The grievance between Mu and Davy has nothing to do with thee." And Rox replies, "And why are you so panicked over something as trivial as the Davy name? It's kept you terrified for years, hasn't it? The thought that Davy's will might be passed down and one day come for you to fulfill the promise. And in the meanwhile, speaking of the will being passed down, we get Eris, who is clutching little baby Teach to her chest as she flees from the island. And
Stephen, not to interrupt, but the way you wrote this, which I think is appropriate, is silence. He was never king, not for an instant. I don't know what you're talking about. The grief is between you. Like it's
he's protesting
very funny.
Much.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, it's very funny.
It's like a little whiny kid. No, he was never king. No,
I could
wrong,
be that too.
Wrong.
Yeah.
God, I hate that. Luckily, I'll never have to deal with children of that age. Go ahead.
But it is yes, but this does confirm, because we did talk about it last week, that the promise, he mentions the promise again here, which seems to suggest that it is another one of these very ancient scores of some kind that has been passed. It's not specifically rocks showing up in Mary Joa again. It is something to do with Davy Jones. And
Please
and then
continue.
I guess I continue. So then Rocks challenges Emu. What's more frightening to you, Davy D. Jones or Joy Boy? So you see he's fright scaling here. He's asking Emu.
I want to do that.
Yeah.
What's
Check
your
out
favorite
Fox's
scary
YouTube
movie?
channel. He's gonna fright scare all of the villains in One Piece, or the heroes. Anyway,
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't know how YouTube works.
Yeah. And Emu replies, "Cease thy dreaming. Their kind will never be seen again once I have eradicated thee." So I guess this confirms, in case people were wondering if Davy D. Jones was Joy Boy. This seems to suggest, unless they're supposed to be like two different personas of the same person, but it does seem like Rox is saying that they are not the same. And Emu continues, "I have found excellent soldiers to serve Mu, Davy. Gigantic, harmless, and conflicted." And Rox picks up right away.
Sounds
what
fun.
he's talking about. Yeah.
It sounds like a really great army. They're harmless.
He's a really great guy. He's gigantic. He's harmless. He's conflicted. I love him.
I'll say Emu talks a ton in this, and it really kills some of the mystique of the silhouette man or a woman.
Yeah, I will say, since I think this got started within this flashback, I do like this font that they've been Vanessa's been using for Emu. I think it's a good distinction for Emu.
The font in this and the font she used in the Harley, I remember as well. I think have been very good choices. I'm a fan.
So Rox is picking up what Emu is putting down. "The giants, you fool! Don't mess with Harold. They only want peace."
I love him.
And Emu says,
You
"Indeed,
fool!
a golden opportunity. Such a willing puppet of a king will never come along twice." So, of course, yes, Emu is exploiting the the one bit of hope that Harold represents for the giants joining the rest of the civilized world, I guess. And Rock says, "No, just like thee, in fact. Now stop wasting time." And we see that Emu is, I guess, strengthening the Domi reversey power here as the whites go out or the whites take over in Rox's eyes. And
You're starting to do a Saw Gerrera sort of voice there.
Yeah, a little bit.
Just like thee, in fact. I can't quite.
You sound like one of the Disco Elysium voices.
And Emu says, "Stop wasting time and bring an end to the dream of Davy." There you go. That's the Saw Gerrera.
Yes, yes, that is.
And
excellent.
we zoom out to the fires and everything, and Rox screams, and we go back down to the ground level where Whitebeard is looking up, and then there's a crash. Something hits the ground, and Whitebeard and Big Mom react. "Huh, Rox?" And there he is. He's no longer, strung up on Emu. And Big Mom says, "What did it do to you? What happened up there, Rox?" And Rox, he can't speak, but in his head, he's thinking, "Damn it, I'm going to disappear." So, he knows he's losing control over his body as his heartbeat is pounding louder and louder as the change comes over him. And
Kaido's there too, next to Big Mom.
And Kaido is there too. He's
dragon.
still vibing.
He's just look at me, I'm a dragon. Hey,
Rox,
guys,
are you
pay
okay? Look at
attention.
me, I'm still a dragon.
Rox, can you wake up? I'm a dragon now. Did you see this? It's
Yeah.
incredible.
Kaido, gigantic, harmless, and conflicted.
Steven.
And something is happening here because Big Mom, we zoom in on Big Mom, and she's like, "Huh?" And we turn.
And so Rox's eyes have turned white. He's like hanging upside down to the viewer at the moment. Emu's voice is saying, "End Davy by thy own hand. Now erase all life that was involved with God Valley." And Rox is back on his feet, but he's like he's gigantifying, which Big Mom is probably like, "Oh, hey, that's what I was trying to do." Big Mom's like, "Huh? Did you get bigger?"
That's true.
And Zeb is getting larger.
Oh, great.
Emu speaking through Rox is now saying, wait. This could be either Rox or Emu, do you think?
No,
it's Rox, but he's taken over now.
Yeah, it's the reverse seed rocks.
Yeah. Evil Rox.
Rorox. You could call him Rorox.
But him telling the others to move it is interesting.
Yeah, he's trying to go for the innocents now. So he wants them out of the way so that he can go kill his targets.
Says, "All of you, move it. There's blood that must be erased from history." And he just like hops right up and jabs Kaido in the snout.
I did not get how funny this was. It's very funny.
and Kaido's just says, "Yow." That's
like
not very dragon of you.
It's like how you're supposed to fend off a shark by punching him in the nose.
There's just something great about seeing someone you really hate getting stabbed in the nose.
He's like a bad puppy getting with the newspaper. Bam.
Yeah. Yes. I love God Valley Kaido or Flashback
Teenage
Kaido.
Kaido.
I don't know what you want to call him. Teenage Kaido. Yeah, that's what
And I guess Rox is sort of pulling on the sword like a lever for Kaido now, and Kaido's just like, "Rox, what are you doing?" Blah! Crashes right into the rock wall. And somebody's shouting, "Kaido, no!" And then Kaido is eyes white. He's just like, "Oh, dragon."
His final words for dragon.
Yes, he died here.
He died doing what he loved. Dragon.
This is why
I'm
he's
writing
like
these
sad
all
drunk
down.
from this point forward.
Yeah.
And Rox is still glaring. Big Mom is getting ready is preparing a swing with Napoleon, and she's like, "Damn you, Rox! You're turning on your own people." And then, but Rox, I guess, deflects the attack and sends her somersaulting backwards into another rock wall behind Whitebeard's shoulder. And
Don't forget,
I imagine,
Whitebeard's
like,
awesome.
Yeah, I hope the anime just animates Whitebeard kind of sidestepping like Luffy dodging the pacifista laser blasts.
I don't know if I've gotten a good look at the quasi Jolly Roger and Whitebeard's thing there, but it's excellent how it just exactly mirrors.
Yeah.
I have a mustache.
Yeah, it's not an official symbol yet, but it's like his own personal.
Well, it looks kind of like the Rock's skull, which kind of looks closer.
Actually,
to
this reminds me of
skull.
something that happens in wrestling sometimes, where somebody will come off the top rope with like a splash, and the guy in the ring who's supposed to get hit just sidesteps it, and the person crashes and burns.
Mm-hmm.
It's always a funny spot.
And now Rox is swooping at Whitebeard here. and Whitebeard saying, "Is that all we are to you, Rocks? Impediments?" And quote unquote Rocks is saying yes, and then
I think it should be like the Mr. Burns. Yes. That would hurt more.
And big clash, and Whitebeard's just using his elbow,
his power. I think he's
I guess like using his earthquake like an elbow pad.
No, I think he's doing. He usually does like I don't know how to describe it. He like punches out. Yeah.
Well, is it his power or is it hockey? Because it's the black lightning, but it looks
like
it's
also the crack. It's both.
Yeah. It looks like earthquake cracks. It looks like maybe the hockey is Rox's and the earthquakes are Whitebeard's.
Right.
It kind of looks like he's trying to do the attack that Goku uses on Rikum. You know which one I'm talking about.
It does look like that. I know what you're talking about.
Elbow right into the solar plexus.
Yes, from Dragon Ball Z Kai. See,
big explosion of just sort of energy and vibes, and wide shot of God Valley as the lightning cracks are going outward, and Marines are eyes bulging, tongues out, going, "Huh?"
Ed, why is that happening?
Because the valley, or the 1.5 of the mountain where the God Valley is tipping over, and they're screaming, "Run for your lives! The mountain's coming down!" And
I really like this panel. It's an excellent panel. Yeah.
Close up on Rock. It's like a domino. It doesn't fall the other way, so it doesn't take out the other side.
Yeah.
And it starts coming down, and people are diving out of the way, including Eris and carrying Teach. And we hear over the announcement says, "All battleships along the northeast shore, withdraw and keep your distance." And on the northeast shore, we see one of the celestial dragons who says, "That was dangerous. Who should we punish for allowing this to happen?"
It's very in character.
Yes, very important things.
Yeah, it's a good line.
Yeah. Mistakes were made, but not by me. Yeah.
It's more like something bad happens. Someone has to suffer. Even if it is naturally occurring. Whatever it might be.
Quickly, please, this way, everyone. Don't you dare leave without us, or we'll have you put to death.
Hurry, I'm trying to save your lives. We'll kill you.
Hurry, my lords.
It's like, if I die, I'll kill you.
Yeah. It's a good one. It's true.
Yeah, or that line from Reservoir Dogs. You shoot me in a dream, you better wake up and apologize. Yeah. And on the southwest part of the island, we hear another announcement. Hurry up, Rayleigh. This island is doomed. Or is that
That might be Rod. Do you think that's Roger talking to Rayleigh? I assume. Oh no, it's no because he's saying Roger.
Someone else, yeah.
I am just some random Gabon.
Yeah, Roger better be all right in there. And then Pirates carrying treasure. He's got the heart in his speech. Says, "Treasure, treasure. Can you believe how much there is?" And they run into a dead end. Whoa, it's a dead end.
You shouldn't say that.
Make it snappy.
Why are you saying that, Al? What an odd thing to say. We head toward
and note the sleeping chest there in the
jeez.
Mm-hmm.
Why did I not go? Obviously. So yeah, we have Dragon just defeated. Like, I can't even save a single baby. Where'd he go? Look at the previous panel. Dragon is in the previous panel. Sorry, them we're metagaming. And we see Ivankov, Ginny and Kuma talking here. Ivankov saying, "You have to stop, Kuma. If you keep going, you'll put us in danger." Kuma is clearly been through it at this point. This is unseen, I believe. It was not in the previous, but we did know that, and we've already seen a bunch of him saving people's lives. And Kuma's like, there's still people I could save. I could still do more. Oh, a person! But before we can see who that person is, we cut over to Captain why am I John? It's a hard name.
It's
Okay?
Yeah, not
very strange
smart.
name. Yeah,
I got it on my own.
Yeah.
But to be fair, it's a difficult name to remember.
Mhm.
Captain John is like, curses, stupid Gonzui. Hit me with that booger. It's so gross. Meanwhile, Gonzui is yelling at Shiki, trying to figure out an escape for the island. What is he doing there? Just running?
yeah. It's Oda's scribble vision.
Yeah, that
at
one's
its worst.
That one's a tough one. It doesn't like look bad. It's just that you can't tell what the heck is going on.
The exasperation is coming off of him. Like there's like steaming.
You can see that.
Yeah,
it looks like it's a backward, like it's a shot from his back of him running towards the shoreline with an arm behind him.
But his face is facing forward.
Is there even any
that's his
escape off of
beard.
this island? Good
Right.
question.
Okay.
But the character we all care about, we have Shiki flying, because that's his power. For those who forgot, laughing, gee ha ha. You thought you could get the best of me? I'm not doing that accent.
I'll see you in the movie.
One Piece movie 10, Strong World. I'll be there. Anyway, we see the Marines saying that all forces should head to the shore. They need stretchers. There's wounded. But then the Marines saying they can't get there. The woods are on fire. Who so inconsiderate. And here comes Rarox, which is what I'm calling him. I don't care what you all say. He's giant and he's chasing his family. That's the tagline. And here is Eris with Teach, and Eris thinking to herself, don't become a dead mom. Don't become a dead mom. As she thinks, Zabek, you look just like, and I saw that there were theorizing around this. I'm assuming she is talking about the the rest of her family that was turned into the Domi Reversi in like a chapter or two ago. I'm assuming, but maybe it's something else. I don't know. But that was my assumption. So you lost then. Oh, I'm sorry, dear. You had to face off in order to save us, but it was too early, wasn't it?
Yeah, I do want to
ahead.
point out here that I did have to write this a little more vaguely than I would have liked, but what I have here as you had to face off in order to save us, what she is actually saying in the Japanese is you had to face off against, and she uses the word aitsu, which is just a sort of like a third person term for someone else, like kind of a rougher version like that guy, but we don't really know what the deal is with Emu, whether Emu is male or female, and so it's hard to do that in English, but basically the insinuation is that she knows who Rox was facing off with, and that was a pivotal thing that was going to happen. So basically it's a little harder to tell from the way I had to translate it to kind of make the details line up that Eris kind of knows what the deal is, what the score is here.
Interesting.
And we could all hate on Blackbeard, but as a kid or a baby here, adorable throughout. Do you want to continue to note that?
Oh, Brillo pad head.
Yeah.
He's adorable. She's hugging him, saying, "Oh, Teach. We'll have to jump into the sea. We just have to swim, whatever it takes to keep the Davy Blood alive." And yelling, "You have to survive no matter what it takes." This feels reminiscent to, is it Olvia? The kind of like, you just have to live.
Did Reiju have that too, or was that with Sanji?
Reiju said that to Sanji, like just
when she
that.
kicked him as a little kid, tell him to get on the ship with Zeph.
I'm really wondering if we double back to these kind of events, I'm assuming through Blackbeard, because that feels like anyway. But they seem to run straight into the Navy. What happens next, Ken?
All right, so just for this entire sequence here, I read this page with like a John Madden-esque football da 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 da, da playing, because running down the field at the 40, at the 30, at the 20.
Interesting way to read it. Interesting.
Oh, that was the you were doing the Notre Dame fight song there.
That's what it was. Thank you. That's what it was. But you have Zebek about to slash down on Eris and young Teach, and they both say, "Oh no!" And here it is, Kuma coming in for the save, tackling them and pawing them away.
Oh my god, that is an excellent analogy. Actually,
it looks like a football sequence. Like if you want to even call like Teach the football here as she's running and Kuma's coming in for the tackle to save the goal
and the cannonballs. My god,
it's so that's all I saw with this page. I'm sorry if I'm ruining this big emotional moment here, but Kuma MVP NFL Sunday. This is the chapter for him.
Kuma is always the MVP. I mean, I think if there's one thing we've learned in One Piece is that Kuma's an MVP.
But this is an incredible. Like he dives in and he poofs them both away, and then in an instant turns his head to see Zebek coming down with the sword and poofs himself away instantly as well. And the slash.
How does he do that? I always wonder how does he poof himself.
Yeah. I don't know, tapping
himself.
No,
I assume he like presses on literally anything and it pushes him away.
Yeah.
Like
it could be.
It's like the inverse of like what.
Oops! I just poofed myself.
I'm not writing that down. Fine, I'll write it down.
We don't have to get into this now, but I'm very interested to note where he pushed them away to, because earlier in the past chapters, Eris mentioned wanting to go to Lucia, but Kuma wasn't there for that conversation, so did Kuma push her to where he's been pushing all the other slaves, or I don't know where she went.
I assume he's just been pushing them to places it has to be a place he knows.
I wonder if it's like Goku's instant transmission. He has to know where he's sending them.
And that fits with the Sabaody kind of thing, because remember that he sent all the Straw Hats to places he had been. Specifically,
I'm assuming they're all going to the Sorbet Kingdom because it's the only other place he's ever been.
I assumed as well.
If you look at his life, he went from the Sorbet Kingdom to the Red Line to God Valley, so he knows 3 places right now of his entire childhood.
I think the most notable thing is Eris might not die yet. I mean, we know she's going to die at some point.
Well, yeah, the paw power is a soft landing.
Hopefully, yeah.
It is. No, it is. Usually, at least, I believe.
Kuma just got this power. For all we know, he doesn't know how to use it.
Yeah, he probably does.
They're just going all over the world. Like, oh shoot, okay.
What is it that when you have the devil fruit, there's like something that tells you like kind of
the inner voice of the fruit gives you its name and tells
the heart of the cards.
Thank you.
That's what it is.
All
what
right,
happens next?
Continuing on. So with no one there, Zebek's slash hits the shoreline. In a big explosion, everyone on the ship is screaming, "Ah!"
Well, cut it in half.
The cannonballs beside the slash.
I didn't even realize that. Yeah,
I didn't realize that until just now either. But the ship is sliced.
And I'm assuming Zebek doesn't realize that he missed. I'm assuming that he thinks he got them because he seems unperturbed from this point forward. I don't think he realized they disappeared.
Would he be perturbed? I don't know. It's unclear.
I don't know. But on the next page here, we have Emu looking over the destruction, and Emu's like, "Continue, Davy. Snuff out every light of fire left on the island." So it seems like Emu thinks that, okay, that first task
that killed them
is done. Keep moving on. So if Emu is remote controlling this, then I think they think.
To be fair, if you have observation hockey and a voice suddenly disappears, you're going to it, and in an attack like this,
Absolutely.
You're going to assume. Why would they think? I mean, I guess if one person would know that fruit is on this island, it would be Emu. But yeah, why would he assume it would be used? It would be a leap of logic.
Yep. So when we cut to some of the admirals on the shoreline, hurry up, Vice Admiral Garp, there's no time. And Garp responding on a transponder sail, "No, you hurry. How many are you still on the island?" And then we cut to the Roger pirates calling out to Roger on a transponder sail, "Where are you now, Roger?" And Roger responds, "I'm fine. Once everyone's on the ship, let me know. Got that?" And then we cut back to Zebek just mowing down everyone on God Valley. Just
random pirates, mostly, it seems.
Yeah, a lot of random pirates.
No, not random pirates.
Not them. Stop it, Rox. Rox, why does he look like that? Like everyone's so concerned about his personal appearance and not the fact that he's killing them. Did you change your hair?
Now you're metagaming.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
cool
now
veneers, Rocks.
Rock's still wide-eyed, no emotion, just going through and killing people. We cut then to both Garp and Roger both looking up at something.
They're about to yell. They're breathing in. Excellent faces from both, though. This is excellent. Yeah.
And they both shout, "Get out here, Rocks!" And Emu suddenly
responds. Wait, did the yell create Conqueror's hockey?
Yes.
Is that what I'm supposed to believe?
It's dad voice.
Oh,
yeah.
dad voice. Oh, okay.
Or like the when Homer did his loudest profanity.
When I became a dad, I got Conqueror's hockey, but just to say you're in trouble now.
Son.
Get out here.
But that gets Emu's attention as well, and Emu responds, "Davy?" And we see Rocks looming over both Garp and Roger. And I think it's Garp here saying, "Look what a mess you are." And Roger responds, "Can't let you go after my crew." And they're both looking up at Rocks, and he's looking back down at them. And then so I was a little confused at first here, but I'm assuming it's kind of like Zebek is in the sunken place from Get Out.
Yeah, that's exactly how I imagined it.
He has no control over his body, but like there's a consciousness inside of him kind of watching the events play out that he can't do. Because it's in here, he's basically talking to Garp and Roger, and I can't tell this is like
it's like a voice of all things.
The voice of all things, or some kind of like because we know like when Shanks talked to Green Bull on Wano, he could like hockey conversation over like the airways. So I don't know if this is that.
Mm-hmm.
But Zebek goes, "Roger, Garp," and Roger's like, "What's that voice?" So he's hearing things, and it looks like Garp's responding. So I'm assuming Garp hears it too, but it's not as clear. And then
he's reacting to everything, so I assume.
Yeah, Zebek again goes, "Help me," and Roger is, "Why do you look like that?" And then again, Zebek cries out, "Please, just kill me." And Roger and Garp both react as Zebek launches into battle, sword in hand, against Roger and Garp.
As tears showing up in his actual form here.
Again, that's why it screams "Get out!" Sunken place to me.
And it really does. That is
Garp
exactly.
is his fist ready, and Roger's got his sword.
Yeah,
Garp only needs his fist. He doesn't need anything else.
Yeah. By the way, no one has pointed out in this chapter that Rox now has the wings. He has the bat wing thing still going on.
He looks so badass.
It is really cool.
The problem is bat wings are pretty badass. So wait, is Magellan reversed? Is that what I should be believing here? Has he just been reversed this whole time? No.
We should also mention, like, the black streaks in Zebek's hair have now extended down over one of his eyes. Like, his Domi Reversey look is so
Wait,
cool.
Did he not have one over his eye before? I thought he did.
I don't think so.
Yeah, he did. He did.
Oh, he did? Okay.
That's just...
I'm dumb.
And he's always been, I want to say, OP'd in the sense that he has all the anime features on him, and we've talked about this since his introduction. The one thing before we get into, like, the full chapter recap, who is Emu referring to here on the right on this last page to the Davy thing? Yeah. Steven, did you have any?
Me?
I don't, but that doesn't make sense. Why would the Garp and Ace? Well, I mean, it looks like. Come on,
Ace is the sword's name.
I took it as Zebek is taking, because Emu is referring to Zebek as Davy. Like, the whole thing is Davy Blood.
No, I know.
You're a Davy. So I think Zebek is going against orders and going to Roger and Garp. And Emu's like, "Davy, what are you doing? You're not doing what I'm telling you to." Because he's going to Roger and Garp for them to kill him. So I think this is a moment of like, wait, I didn't tell you to do this. Davy, what are you doing? Like, he's referring to Zebek. That's how I took it personally.
I mean, he's actually following orders because he's trying to die, like, and get rid of his blood too.
Well, to be fair,
he's trying to fail at Roger and Garp's hands.
Right.
I'm wondering, I mean, like, I guess the out there version of that would be that Roger or Garp have some sort of connection to Davy. But
they are D, so
or that like by them shouting, by doing the dad shout, like it's the resonance that they share with this voice of all things,
Yes.
reception or whatever, that like Emu is like associating that power with the Davy bloodline or something. But I think Ken is probably more.
Ken is probably right. Yeah.
It makes more sense.
Yeah. Okay. Thoughts on the chapter, Ed?
I feel like this chapter raises more questions than it answers, but it is a sort of a contrivance to get to the point where we actually get to see Garp and Roger defeat Rox at his own request, which is he had to manipulate Rox into a position where he asks for that, and that's Emu's fault.
Steven, thoughts?
Okay, yeah, it's I mean, it's an action-packed chapter, so there's a lot of very frenetic stuff. Not a lot in the way of like new material. I think it's just kind of like seeing the ramifications of the drama playing out of turning Rox evil and turning him against his own people. But I think there's a lot of very satisfying ramifications, a lot of satisfying consequences of that, of seeing how this in particular, we saw some of it last week too, but obviously seeing the self-interested ways that his various crew members react to it. Obviously all the secondary ones like Captain John and Shiki and Ganzui and them, like no question they were going to each kind of go each man on his own, every man for himself, sort of a thing. But even to see and to think about like the ways in which this would have affected Big Mom and Kaido, Kaido, his whole like personality being sort of defined by like not living up to, or not seeing the world live up to like this kind of expectation that he had for what great pirates do, and like knowing that, what does he say, like pirates will always betray you, or that's what the world of pirates is like. You can see how this experience would have been very pivotal for him, having been defeated by rocks like this. And I do like too, this is very like power scalar brain, but I do like that in this sequence you see Rox, he takes out Kaido, he knocks out a Big Mom, and then he fights Whitebeard, but Whitebeard stands up and they do the clash, and maybe he beats him, I don't know. You don't really see what the aftermath of this is for Whitebeard.
Half the mountain falls.
Right.
Yeah.
But that I like that shows. So you've got three of these future emperors of the sea in sequence, and Whitebeard, the strongest man in the world, is the one who fares the best against this sort of demonic version of Rox.
He's awesome. He's like unimpeachable. Whitebeard is always
So I think that was a really good, very, very savvy choice on Oda's part to depict it that way. Kuma using his powers one more time. I wasn't expecting to see him again, but this is a nice way to kind of prevent a tragedy from a small tragedy among all the other tragedies happening here. So that was nice to see, but then he poofs away, so he is completely gone from the scene at this point. Just exciting to see what will happen with Roger and Garp. I'm not sure how much of this we're going to see, but I would assume at least some of it. But yeah, obviously we know what's going to ultimately come out of this, but it's another thing to see it actually happening on the page, and I'm glad that we finally gotten to this point where Oda is really confronting us with the power of these showdowns and stuff, because it's pretty cool. So I liked it.
Thank you, Stephen. Sam, what are your thoughts on the chapter?
I don't have too many thoughts, admittedly. I thought it was good. I thought it was I think a satisfying continuation of what was like so exciting and interesting last week. But yeah, it's we're mostly just positioning the Rocks versus Garp and Roger thing that we knew happened from when they were first talking about Rocks, and sort of explaining how that explaining that conflict away, so that we know that it's all three of them ultimately were against the government in this fight. And then I have a lot of questions about the duality of Joy Boy and Davy Jones, and like whether or not they're going to be similar threads, or if they are kind of antitheses to each other. Like I kind of like the potential direction of Davy Jones is the one who like actually has all this kind of history and prophecy, with Joy Boy being kind of the chaotic, unexpected underdog in whatever the history will be about. But I don't know. It's hard to know anything right now.
Is that a general life statement? Because I do agree with that. Mm-hmm. Ken, thoughts?
I really loved this chapter. The last time I was on, I was posing the theory that I felt like Rox was gonna like let himself lose, and that afterwards Roger and Garp would be like, "Did he pull his punches at the last second there and like let us win?" Like, so the fact that like it's gone to the point now where it's like it's a mercy killing, I think is very, very cool. And it's still he's not, again, like the body of Zebek will not let itself die, so it's gonna be a full on brawl the next time we see this fight, which I think is very cool. There's a lot of stuff in this chapter, like Kuma's like Hacksaw Ridge moment where he's like, if I could save one more. I loved seeing him save Eris and Teach. I think that's just a very cool moment. The mountain being struck and falling apart now. Like, I've been a big God Valley is Thriller Bark advocate for a while now. And all right, if you chop down those mountains, you're getting closer and closer to Thriller Bark in terms of design choices. So that's cool to me. And again, going with that, like we were seeing Captain John very injured in this chapter. We're seeing Gonzui pretty injured, if you want to call it that, in the scribble panel there. But we both know, like, if this is where their final resting place is, that just adds more credence to God Valley, Thriller Bark. This is where their bodies would be if that's the island. So I'm waiting for them to meet their demise as well. But yeah, it's just I think there's a lot more to this chapter than meets the eye. The talk between Zebek and Emu about how Davy was the king of the world. And Emu's like, nope, not even for a minute. He was not king of the world. Like, that sounds like, okay, that was a king that Emu either usurped or took over, or like maybe if it wasn't a king in name, like everyone saw this as the king of the world kind of thing. And the fact we go back a couple chapters to when Zebek is pointing up at Emu and like they're asking, what is that? It's the world. So whether this king of the world title is something or means something more, I just feel there's lots of little bits in this chapter sprinkled all throughout that really made it much more than what it may seem at first glance. Yeah, I really loved it. This is a great chapter for me.
Yeah. I think the biggest bombshell is the second page. There's a lot there to chew on in terms of like, and the third and the page following, expositionally. The King of the World thing, fits. Besides the Titanic reference, it fits like really well into the themology of what we've seen with Rox and Blackbeard's crew. And to kind of bring it back to like the Harley and all of that, I again I'm like moving into the opinion that Emu is one of these two things, from a different planet or from a different like dimension in that like an underworld or something like that. And I know this sounds ridiculous on its own, but we, know the space elements of One Piece, and everyone here who's listened to us for a while knows I'm a big proponent of that element as like a big overarching story kind of twist that we're bound to get. This makes me think, like, when you said like a usurper, like, okay, maybe the world wasn't doing perfectly. I don't know what was actually happening, but there was obviously an advanced civilization that existed and was overthrown, and turned into a much more primitive one ruled by this individual. I think there's a lot more to that we're not getting, but that this chapter, more than a lot even recently, I mean, the Harley chapter a while back now, did make me think about, we're really getting into Endgame here. This one definitely, I mean, like, we're seeing a preview of things to come, I think. And I'm like, oh shit, One Piece is gonna end one day. It's like one of those chapters for me. For good or for bad. Where I did see that in this chapter. Not that it's not always kind of there recently, but more so. I love that Oda gives himself more work by drawing Kaido. I just always think of Steve. Yep. Poor Steve. But he's been hilarious. Not to his chagrin, but it's been funny. I do like, though, even though I just said Emu might be an alien or some sort of thing from a different dimension, we are kind of humanizing him in that we are seeing his vulnerabilities a little bit more, and his, I don't want to say like quirks, but we're definitely like beginning to see a little more rounded. The edges are being a little more rounded to his characteristics. So
yeah, like Rox is kind of like rattling his cage a bit, and like kind of getting different reactions out of Emu than we've seen before. So that's like, interesting.
We've seen him angry a whole ton. That seems to be, or I'm using the he pronoun. I don't know what the heck. I mean, Emu any pronoun or lack of pronoun seems appropriate at this point. But I'm just doing that because it's the one that's on the top of my head at the moment. And we were doing a deep voice, but maybe that's just my own personal. Anyway, I think also the plan is so contrived right now. I'm going to take as we said, the gigantic, harmless, and conflicted is such a weird set of adjectives as your trump card that you're bringing out here. It's like, but I got these really big, harmless. And they have a lot of psychological issues they need to work through. Like, it's just such a weird. It's so weird. I get it, but it's weird. Interrupt,
but we're kind of seeing that jumping to the present day, like because I'm trying to see how this connects to the present day of like the the story, and we're seeing that play out. Emu is on Elbaf now and just flipped all of the giants, and now they have their army for all intents and purposes. Like, this is exactly what Emu planned all the way back then. So, like,
that's why I'm enjoying this flashback more and more, because it is starting to parallel.
Yes, absolutely.
It's starting to be more of like you have to understand, this is the prologue like, I'm getting that preface more. I think, as I said before, structurally it's been a little bit odd, but I'm getting it more and more. So anyway, Ken, what were you saying?
Oh, that's pretty much it. Like, also piggybacking off the parallels, like, now that we see that when you're Domi-Reversi, you're still you're still conscious inside your body.
I think that's just because Rox is so cool.
You think Rox is so cool?
Really that he's so badass. And
because I keep thinking, like, we're seeing Gunko I'm seeing Gunko in the present being controlled by Emu, yet we still have all that stuff with her and Brook. I'm like, okay, if they
Gunko was willing, I assume. Like, that's also the other.
I don't think so, because, again, this is jumping way back, but when she snapped out of Emu's control for a hot second, way back when, and started running to, "Are you Brook?" before Emu, like, fully downloaded into her. Like, I think she's still in there. I think
No, I don't think he downloaded into her at all.
Like that was
then.
the start. That was the start of the emu possession.
That was just an unfortunately timed revelation she had that has to be postponed for several years.
Well, yeah, but I'm going from like the fact that she had no idea who Brooke was, and then all of a sudden, like she like kind of like it looked like the brainwashing was undone for a split second.
But I don't think that was related to emu being pushed out. That's just personally, I don't see that.
Yeah,
I'm personally taking it as like Emu chooses like, okay, a few, like he has the elders, like he has a few key people who he can remote desktop into every now and then. that's what it feels like.
I think you're right. I think you're right.
There's a few key people.
Yes,
and I feel
I agree with that. Remote
and I
desktop.
feel like you can I feel like if anything, we're going to learn that you can kind of push Emu, like, because I think they're going to save Gunko in the present day. I think they're going to find a way to drive Emu out of Gunko.
I do agree with that.
I think us seeing Rox now, like, hey, Rox is still in there. He's in the sunken place, but he's still in there. I think that's kind of setting us up for, hey, the Gunko that knows Brooke, who knows all these things, she's still in there, and she is not a willing participant. I think that's what I think personally. But
I have two things to say about that though. Dory and Brogy are the first ones. Like, I feel, why have they not? Or I mean, they might still have like the inner monologue in there. Also, the way we saw the power in the present day is a lot different than we're seeing it here. Remember they like literally like the board got turned over?
Yeah, they flipped.
Yeah,
which was very cool, but it doesn't quite fit like what happened
I think
here.
Emu just got fancier as time went on. Like, all right, now I'm gonna add some thematics to it.
Well, Gunko also had that like holy text kind of thing, like I'm gonna curse you with a satanic whatever. There's like a lot of elements we're not seeing here, which are equally interesting, like why either Oda double backed, or which is totally possible, or there's just something that has changed in the present, or I mean, Gunko has been singled out as like kind of the holy vessel for Emu, like specifically made for that. So that's like another.
Yeah, there's definitely another layer to it, but
yes,
because also Domi Reversi is not the same as what happened to Gunko. I'm gonna go out and say that as well.
True.
It's what happened to Saturn. But
true. I guess I should say just basic Emu possession for what we know, because it's looked different. It looks different on Saturn than it looks different on. It's looked different every single time.
I think Saturn is the equivalent here, like not Rox. I would also add though, I am still a very big subscriber to so you have the Reversi, the game, which comes from Othello, right?
Othello,
the white and the black pieces. Mm-hmm. Like Luffy is the one that flips them back. Like I really think that is key, and why he is so afraid of Joy Boys specifically. It really fits very well. Like this kind of power being able to be reversed, and it also fits that I'm sure Oda is very cognizant of not to overpower his heroes so as to lose drama. And a good way to do that is to kind of give a foil. And this feels like he's had several, but this is a good one.
Just a general question to everyone. Do you think Rox will, because I'm assuming Rox will die from this encounter. Do you think Rox will die in his Domi Reversi form? Or do you think it's a thing where Garp and Roger do like a fatal blow? The powers leave his body, he shrinks in size, and it's like one final word kind of thing.
It's the cell.
Yeah, I think he'll get to say something as he's dying.
Yeah, me too. Right. Or at least think something telepathically. I did want to mention
real.
Delete my hard drive.
Yeah.
Desktop. That's reverse desktop. Reverse desktop. I just accidentally did that. Okay.
They'll say, pray for Davy.
What was I gonna say? Oh, speaking of
Roger will have some kind of moment. He'll tell something.
They'll make out. Sorry, daylight savings, because it'd normally be an hour. I'm blaming all my ridiculousness on that.
Davy light savings.
No,
sorry.
Too much.
Sorry,
too much. What I was gonna say, the One Piece is real, was the segue I was gonna pop off of there. I really think one of the more seamless things Oda does in this chapter is kind of show the where the animosity kind of stemmed from for Big Mom and Kaido in particular. Because I think since Whole Cake Island, really, like the stuff we've seen out of those two characters and particularly how they've interacted obviously show a lot of the animosity, which could be explained with a lot of things, but also kind of the obviously, and we talked about this, I know, during Wano, during the Onigashima stuff, the baggage they carry from the days of Rocks. There's something we knew, there was some traumatic event. And this seems to be
I just
that
take them as
event.
as just like siblings.
Yeah, I mean, they have that, but I mean, in addition to that, they seem to have something traumatic that they brought because of their experience with Rocks, and this seems to be that. And I think it fits very, very, like a square peg into a square hole here, like works very well.
It's kind of interesting because like they weren't privy to the conversation Rocks was having to Emu. All they saw
Apparently
was
not.
Rocks got lifted up into the air. There was some conversation. Then Rocks comes down and immediately
Tendrils.
one shot. Yeah, he immediately comes down and one shots both of them.
Three of two of them at least. Yeah, I guess it takes 2 hits for Whitebeard.
I like the little detail that Whitebeard didn't turn around to look at Big Mom. Like he kept forward the entire time.
Yeah, it's
that goes,
excellent.
Yeah, like again, no scars on his back.
Yep.
No coward hits. He went right up in front there.
Very
Whitebeard's
cool little
great.
detail.
He's great. He's so cool.
That's a spin-off I'd watch. Just Whitebeard. Yeah, I mean, Marineford bought me into him, but he continues. Like, that's a great use of a character after death, like this kind of thing. And to be fair, I think Ace has had some of his most standout moments post-death, as well. I know the Yamato fan here would agree to that.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
That's
any
me,
more?
right?
Sure. Any more thoughts on the chapter? Okay. Let's do some piece together. Steven, I think, is going to be.
Yep. I gotta head out. I got a long night of work ahead of me, so.
We've also got our anime recap
and a double anime recap, right? For 11:47 and 8.
6 and
7.
46 and 47.
Oh, 46. Okay, I thought 49 there was a preview for. Never mind, it's not important.
We're one episode behind. There'll be another double next time.
Oh, now I get it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're not doing a triple. Okay. Look forward to that. Steven, thank you for coming on. I will tell all of our Piece Together listeners that they cannot
go to hell.
Yeah. That's what I was going to say. Please subscribe to us on Patreon. We'll see you later, Steven. Patreon.com/One Piece Podcast if you want to listen to how we choose this week's episode image. But for everyone else, the anime recap is coming up right after this.
This is the double anime recap for episodes 1146 and 1147. I'm your host, Sam, and today with me we have the Supreme Chancellor of Awesome Sauce on Opposite Day, Ken O'Connor.
I was waiting to see if you were going to throw the Opposite Day in there. It's all right, Awesome Sauce. This is new. This is a nice turn. And then
I've been adding like a little. I've been freeballing the full title each time.
Yeah, I like it. There was one podcast I was on where every time I came on, they added just another word to my title. I was like Daenerys Targaryen, where she keeps getting more and more titles to her name until it just became this horrible, horrible mess. But hi, thanks for having me back on.
Yep, and thankfully you're on for Front Forwards Day and not Opposite Day.
Yes, topsy-turvy. Everything is going crazy.
Our first episode this week is 1146, An Imminent Threat, Stussy and Edison's Resolve. And it opens with, we got some fights between some of the Vice Admirals and some of our friends. Frankie is jumping in, and he's having a rocket punch-out with Red King. Red King's got just a big fist thing going, and they do the DBZ clash. And Bonnie versus Vice Admiral Pomsky, and she turns him into a little kid and then kicks him as a child.
That was great. Which is
bizarrely that's out of pocket. Like, it's one thing to turn them into children, it's one thing to hit them. It's a whole other thing to hit them as a child.
I can't remember exactly, but it looked weirdly overly animated too. And like when he's a kid, and like he's recoiling, it was like, oh my god.
Yeah, and she was aggravated because during their banter, Pomsky offhandedly referred to Kuma as a weapon.
Mm-hmm.
And we got Atlas versus Vice Admiral Guillotine. He's got a little like guillotine, or he's got a little like kind of, what has he got? He's got the crescent moon thing,
like a blade or something in his head.
Yeah. Hold on, I have to reacquaint myself with this design here. Yeah, he's got kind of like how Shiki has the steering wheel on his head. This guy's got like a half
Oda likes taking objects.
The circle blade things.
Yeah.
Marcus Mars is poking his head into the lab where York is being held hostage by Stussy and Edison, and Mars uses his his still kind of undefined mystery Five Elders power of just like hitting stuff with your mind.
Oh yeah, he shatters her cuffs like.
Yeah, by looking at him funny.
Yeah, I like this scene a lot. Like this was a funny panel in the manga of her freaking out because she has no idea what she's looking at, and she's this giant bird monster looking in. Stussy and Cocky are kind of like, huh, that's kind of weird, and she's losing her mind. It's really funny, actually.
Yeah, would you be surprised if your boss was a giant bird monster, and they didn't tell you that they were your boss? So you swear at them, and then you get a demerit. In the we got the ongoing bit of the broadcast with Vegapunk and the other satellites that aren't York. And the running bit is he's preparing a Vega coffee, but it's too hot to drink, and this is the kind of their little project before they start the actual presentation because they're waiting for everybody in the world to hypothetically get their video TVs set up.
I think one of them mentions his sensitive tongue. The other one's like, don't mention that on the air. He's sensitive about that.
no, yeah, Vegapunk mentions he has a sensitive tongue.
Yeah.
Mars takes York to one of the potential, they're looking for a monitor room. They're looking for the room that may be responsible for holding the broadcast. And, York does not know either, but they're flying around and looking for it. Mars Kamehameha's just a burning hole through one of the rooms, but it does not stop the recording.
That's so funny. He has no idea what to do. So he's like, all right, this room could have it, so I'll just destroy the entire room. And York is like looking in terror. Is like, okay, you just blew up a room for no reason. Nothing happened.
York is real concerned. There's like hot spots. There's certain rooms where if you blow them up, the whole island will basically
you can't blow up the guns. You can't blow up the power plant. You can't blow up this. It's like, don't go firing off randomly because you'll destroy everything.
And by Kamehameha, I mean he like shoots it with his mouth, obviously.
Yeah, he's a fire in his laser.
But Mars hears he like senses a small voice nearby, and they figure that the transmission transponder snail that they're looking for might be inside of Punk Records, and York is demonstrating what the snail's supposed to look like with her hands. She's like, oh, it's got like a little coney thing, but then like what her hands are doing are not helpful at all.
Yeah. I haven't been on the anime recap since we've seen the Elders in their forms. I love the way Mars is animated and looks in general. There's lots of scenes here of him flying around the various parts of Punk Records and flying upwards.
There is too much CG Mars for my liking.
I'd agree with that. It's more the design. I like seeing the design in motion, even though you can tell it's a CG model in some of the faraway shots, especially.
I like how like long his hair is.
Yes. It's like Fabio hair.
Yeah. Stussy is she's having her moment with Kaku, and I think I said Edison was in this room earlier, but it's Stussy and Kaku. Stussy's doing something or other on the computer while bantering with Kaku. And Kaku can kind of pick up that no, Stussy's explaining that she's preparing the field to go down. So and it has to be at this station. So in order to give the others a chance to escape, she's basically sacrificing herself by staying behind.
Yeah, he's like, "Oh, they left you, huh?" She's like, "No, I chose this." He's like, "All right."
And then back on the Sunny, Edison is explaining to a surprised Nami what the plan is about Stussy. And the crew is concerned that between Vega Force 1 and the Sunny's Kuda Burst, that will only get them so much distance. They're gonna have trouble getting to the sea and timing it with the barrier going down. And Edison's like, okay, so this is my time, to sacrifice myself. And he just like flies straight into a barrier and blows himself up. And I did not quite catch what exactly that's doing for us.
It's just as random and funny in the anime as it was in the manga. It's like, he's like, "My people need me," flies off and immediately explodes. And everyone's like, "Edison, no!" It's really funny.
Gives Lilith something to get sad about throughout the episode. That brings us to the eye catch of the episode. And we come back and Saint Shepherd Jupiter is a big worm man. He's vacuum sucking Luffy and the giants. And to resist the wind, Luffy swings himself off of the giants and into the city area so he can kick a building in half. And then he turns into a buff muscle man holding the top half of the building like Zoro versus Mr. One.
I feel like we had episode art for Beefy D Luffy a while back, and it looked exactly like this Gear 5 Luffy, just fully jacked out looks. It was very, very fun. And then him throwing the building is just absolutely incredible.
Yeah. He's swole. He's looking, they made him look really cool.
Yeah.
And he throws the building at Jupiter so that it flies into his vacuum mouth and is bulging out the back of his head. And Luffy lands back on Dory's shoulder and turns into the power deflates of Gear 5. It deflates, and he's now a tired old man. And the giants are like, "Hey, we'll give you. We got food for you if that's what you need. We got Hakarl with it's a H-A with the right way facing accent mark, Karl.
It's a
and Luffy does not like how it smells.
Well, it's fermented shark.
They're like, "Oh, don't worry. It's not that bad. You get used to it." So they have, I guess the giants love their, you get used to it food. This
scene, it went on for not too long. They took their time with it, and Luffy smelling it and plugging his nose and here taking. He's like, okay, reaching over very slowly, taking a bite. I don't know. They did a very good job with this old man Luffy and the smelly shark food.
But once he gets his food in him, Luffy launches back into action quite quickly, and he is ready to face off with Saint Warcury, who's charging at them. And Gum Gum Red Rock, awesome cut of animation here of Luffy doing a Red Rock on Warcury, except it doesn't do anything to Warcury. Luffy just pulls his hand back, it might as well have been have a big red bump on it, ow, how hard is he's like, how hard is your body? So the giant flaming hockey fist just kind of bounced off of Warcury's tough body.
It's kind of that thing now where now that he has Gear 5, shouldn't he just always be using Gear 5 if it's his most powerful thing? Because that Red Rock looked powerful, but it had no effect against the Elder.
Yeah, maybe it's like when Gear 4, there's always that 10-minute recharge.
Yeah, you can't go right back into it.
Saturn is crawling up the wall towards the Sunny part of the crew, and we kind of left in suspense as to what's going to happen there. And then on Bonnie and Frankie's side, one of their giant allies gets slain by a smoke-covered Venus Juro. And Marcus Mars finds himself into some kind of basement facility. He's found a video snail. We're still unsure if this is the transmission snail. But he's looking up at a big test tube where they're only kind of teasing what we're seeing. And he's like, "Oh, Vegapunk, huh?" And he's looking at the big BioProly test tube thing. To be continued. 11:47, a stunning conclusion, Vegapunk's great prediction. And I guess Vegapunk has decided that the presentation has to start now, but also his coffee didn't even cool off enough. Didn't cool off in time to drink it. So that whole thing was a complete waste.
Such a weird gag.
Before the presentation starts. And we got Mars contemplating what's in the test tube, and it is the giant top half of Vegapunk's head, the part that the apple is covering, or has replaced.
It's the actual brain part of his head.
Yeah, he's chopped the top of his head off because the brain just kept getting bigger and bigger with his knowledge, and now it just sits in a test tube in Punk Records. Connected to all the satellites and Stella.
And Mars is questioning, like, is this you, Vegapunk? Like, what is life? What is death?
Yeah,
what is
Phil, getting real philosophical. What is death? What is where is the seat of consciousnness?
Such a good line.
Great question. And he's like side-eyeing the green transponder snail.
It's so funny, that entire scene. It's like trying to run away from him, like inching away little by little, and he's like of no concern because it's going so slowly.
So we're cutting around to various locations that we've seen throughout our adventures. Syrup Village, we got the Veggie Boys. They're upset that Kaya does not have a video snail of her own. They'll have to stick to the audio version. We wanted to watch it on YouTube. We don't want to listen on Spotify. The Twin Capes, Crocus and Laboon are listening, just sort of contemplating. Baltimore, the place that Frankie had been spending his 2-year time skip. The crowd they're reminding each other that, oh yeah, this is where Vegapunk was born. That we know that guy. And a little kid is like, "Oh, is that the Nightmare of Baltimore?" And they're like, "Oh no, that was Frankie. That was Frankie." But you don't have to worry about him. Apparently, he's a ship now.
I love these little interstitials. Like there's not much to discuss with any of these. It's like, oh, it's great seeing these little callbacks and everything, but they're just all like, this is like the years of all the charm built up is coming back in little amounts. It's so good. Sorry,
just a good catch up for the kind of things that you're normally not thinking about for hundreds of episodes. We get a little bit of Birdie Kingdom. We get a little bit of Beehive Island, aka Full Light Island, aka Hachinosu Island. And back on Egghead, Mars is flying again. He's looking for transponder snails, and he's just finding lots of them, but none of them seem to have the it factor. None of them have the unique waves that he's looking for. And Venustro is slashing at Frankie and Bonnie, and this is where Sanji arrives just in time to deliver a big flame kick to deflect. And it really makes you realize like how huge Venus is in this form. Like he's in his hybrid form. Like I kind of imagined he was like the top half was still like human sized.
Yeah, it's weird because he was a giant horse, and then he became a centaur, but his upper half is his normal body, just much bigger to match the rest of the proportions of the horse half. Mm-hmm. This entire sequence is so metal. Like I don't know, like for some reason I thought the music got really like intense here, and like Sanji's like uppercut kick like was so dramatic and slowed down, and the fire that like it's almost like him striking a match against his body, and like he just lights into flames. It's very cool.
Yeah. And now Venus goes full horse mode again, becomes an even crazier monster, and knocks Sanji away, and Sanji loses his grip on Vegapunk's body, which Atlas dives in to catch.
Doesn't Sanji end up in his mouth? That's what happens. He bites down.
At some point in the conflict, Venus like munching on Sanji, and that's where Oimo and Kashi have to arrive and start like getting into like wrestling grapples.
It's like
to hold the horse down.
It's like when your dog is eating plastic. You're like, no, get it out.
Yeah. And Bonnie uses her distorted future, giant-like future, and she's like basically doing a gum giant. And that brings us to the eye catch of the episode. And we come back, and Vegapunk is delivering his speech, and he's saying, "I have committed 2 sins, and for those sins, there will be people looking to behead me. I will probably be executed, and I've programmed this video to go live when my heart stops." And so we gotta get the various reactions around the world. One of them being Duval, who's like telling his crew to like, "Hey, calm down, hold on. Let's listen to what he has to say." We have Caesar and Judge, which is a weird one to jump into when we didn't get the cover story at all.
Right, I didn't think of that about that. That's weird. It is weird.
Vegapunk is saying, "Whoever my assailers might be, I don't judge from right from wrong. That part I don't consider to be my responsibility or my problem." Or like he's very like, I know I've done some bad things, or I've been complicit in bad things, so it's like it's just not my place to decide that part. But I do have to let the world know what's really happening. Saturn is now confronting the crew. He sees Robin. He lasers in on her, and he says, he calls her the man Akainu failed to kill. "Oh, that Akainu, he's too soft." That's his real problem. And he jabs at her, and everybody jumps in. Everybody gets a cool moment to contribute to protecting Robin. And it pulls out into this like big like splash screen of like Usopp doing his vegetables, Nami's doing her weather, Lilith is shooting her gun, Brooks doing his thing, Chopper's guard point, Chopper's doctrine, you could say.
This scene was blowing up on social media. Like everyone was very hyped about this scene, just because Nami starts out with the "protect Robin" before they all spring into action, and then like they're each blocking one of Saturn's like pincers or tentacles, or whatever I call them. And the last one, Nami dives in and picks up Robin like it's nothing and gets her out of the casket right before it like gets shattered. And everyone's like, "Look at Nami go!" Just getting Robin out of there, like no issue. It's a very hype scene.
Yeah, and this has a very strong concentration of like the cowardly characters, like the Nami and the Usopps and Choppers.
True, very true.
Brooke and Lilith are quick to banter with each other, but everybody is just on point. Just suddenly, like we know what our priority is here.
Yeah.
So Mars is telecommunicating with the other elders, being like, just one tiny snail on a big island. It's real tough, you guys. I don't know. You tried it? He's like, is it really a bad thing if I just blow the whole thing up all at once? But the elders are like, no. We don't care if like the Marines and stuff die, but we don't want to lose the mother flame technology.
Yeah. It's so funny. It's like the most chaotic group chat. Like, "Have you guys seen my car keys? Have you checked under here? I can't find them anywhere. Well, just leave the house. I can't do that." Like, they're all just yelling at each other.
The 5 elders, like, signal chat. Vegapunk his speech continues. He says, "To skip to conclusions first, this world will sink into the sea," and we get this kind of really beautiful, like golden sunset image of Egghead, just sort of cast in sort of a bronzish yellow. And everyone's kind of everyone's reacting. The Marines are reacting. The elders all simultaneously at once are like, "Vegapunk!" And then the final shot is deep in the ocean. We just see a whale passing by, And then swimming away from the camera are a couple of mermaids, and they're familiar mermaids. They're Ishili is one of them, and like one of the blonde mermaid girls from Fishman Island.
Good catch.
Although we don't have like a strong sense of like where are they relative to Egghead? Like, is this just like a random shot of the ocean, or is this?
Yeah,
that doesn't come up later, does it? Like the mermaids don't appear.
No, I think it's just to establish like this is like underwater.
Yeah, we're just,
like
we're thinking about the ocean. We're like, yeah, hey, that ghetto that we made all the fishmen and mermaids live. Well, we're about to live there too, I guess.
Well, I mean, like I'm trying to think like the manga. Like if you're trying to draw like things underwater, you got like throw some seaweed in there, throw some mermaids, make it really clear that we are underwater. Like putting.
But I also think it was intentional to make you think about like the people who are already currently living in the sea.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Any general thoughts on those 2 episodes, Ken?
Really good stuff. It's more of just a continuation of what we've been getting recently. Like I said, I love seeing the elders animated. Like there's like seeing again CGI model size Mars flying around like over the burning Egghead always looked really cool to me. Seeing Saturn like bum, 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 climb up like the side of the building is really cool. And how big they are towering over everyone, like you said before, with Baron Nosturo over like them. Like the scale is just really impressive. Like you go back to like Luffy like doing his cartoon antics, like Luffy's just battling the big monsters. But when it's the normal sized Straw Hats and the people fighting these things, like they're just so much bigger and so much scarier. And it's really cool to see. Besides that, it's nice that Vegapunk's little coffee break is finally over. I think that like the lore that will come from these revelations is going to be really interesting to see. And because we know it's interspersed with all these cutaways to areas we've been to previous, it's just going to be nice to see a bunch of these characters again. Yeah, good stuff. Good episodes. Very fun.
Yeah, I wonder how hard can the anime lean into like the sentimentality of like this sort of uniting moment that connects all of the different locations and people that we've met on the way, and sort of it's reminding us that this is a world spanning issue.
Yeah, I think they're doing a good job with it already, because like, even like in the manga, when we see like Baltimore and those places, they're usually like 1 or 2 panels max, and I feel like actually seeing it animated in these little conversations are already endearing me to these people. And like, okay, if they're all this intent on listening in, like it's gonna unite them. It's good stuff.
I think they can go harder. I think they can start putting in like the instrumental like we are's and whatnot. I think they can twist that knife further yet.
I would personally love that. I don't think they'd go that far. I would personally love that.
I thought these episodes were fine. There's a few like standout moments of like, oh, this is really cool, or that was a really well animated bit. Clearly we're kind of cooling off a little bit from like the couple of like really good episodes, as usually happens. And the the kind of thing that we all knew was going to happen, which is that when we get to the Vegapunk speech and the anime has to break that up across episodes, is going to be a little unspectacular. But it's meeting expectations more than it's exceeding or failing them right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have particularly strong feelings about much of what we've seen here. I thought they did a good job doing the crew protecting Robin bit.
And the Sanji verse, just that uppercut Sanji did to the Baron was really that scene just stuck out to me. I was like, wow, this is really cool.
But even the cool parts are getting a little repetitive, because like like Sanji jumping in to fight like Kizaru and Saturn earlier is the same kind of cool.
Yeah, it's a run in, it's a clash, it's a cool moment, it's a move on and rinse and repeat.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So I think acceptable episodes. I think that I guess we'll see. We'll see how nostalgic, how sentimental they get with the remainder of this speech.
Yeah, sounds good.
Anything else you'd like to say before we move on to the next segment?
No, all good.
All right. Thank you very much, Ken. Let's move on to the next segment.
This is the Piece Together segment where we take your questions, comments, theories, and reverse desktop onto your desktop and determine whether he died doing what he loved. Sam, what's the first segment?
Our first piece comes from, I'm sorry, the segment is called Dispiece.
There it is.
And of which we have several. And our first Dispiece this week is called And All the Other Puppets asks, hooray, daylight savings time is over. Now I don't have to wait an extra hour each week to read the new chapter. So anyways, this past Halloween, Elmo dressed up as Luffy. What other One Piece characters would you like to see dressed up for Halloween by other Sesame Street characters and or Muppets? Oscar the Grouch can be Zorro. Stater can be Rayleigh. I don't know Stater.
Like Statler? Statler Waldorf?
Maybe. Well,
oh, okay.
Is it Muppet or Sesame Street?
Yeah, Statler can be Rayleigh. Waldorf can be Gabon.
Oh, they're crossing the streams.
They are crossing the streams.
And Miss Piggy would dress up as Hancock and make Kirby dress up as Luffy. Yes, I see the vision there.
And we kind of talked about this at the top of the show. So I don't want to double back on that. Ken, do you have any?
No, nothing.
Okay.
That's
Move
pretty
to
good.
the next one. Yeah, no.
People like that it gets darker earlier.
Okay. Don't make me go on my daylight savings time rants.
I hate daylight savings. As a pet owner, it is the worst fucking thing.
So as a child, I'm not going to say child owner.
As a child. Yes, Zach. Zach, please.
Yes. No, as someone who has, like, this year, at least this year, knock on wood, things actually went well, but they don't know how to tell time. So this one in particular, it goes back an hour. So instead of waking up at 6, they'll wake up at 5, for example. They don't freaking know. Like, how do you, it's awful. The worst. And it's happens for no reason. Like, I don't even care about the sunlight thing. I don't care. Just don't let me sleep. I just want to sleep.
I think
I'm so tired.
I think it should be lighter later. That's the one we should keep.
Yeah, as long as it stays something, I don't care. I just wanted to stay the same thing. Including when we're traveling. I think they should just change to whatever time zone.
Not to keep extending this conversation, but like I'm amazed there are some parts of the world that just don't have it. Like I know in Hawaii there's no daylight savings.
Well, we should be amazed that we have it at all.
We should be. It's the opposite, Ken. You have this reversied.
And then we keep saying it's because of farmers. No. Yeah.
Wait.
Well, people say it's the farmers, but it's the farmers who are actually against it.
I know it's not really a thing. It's not really a thing.
Name one person who likes this.
It was like a wartime energy saving measure, I think.
Yeah. So the only countries that observe daylight savings are the United States, not all of it, but most of it. Canada, most of Europe. So let's thank them. I'm sure it's Europe's fault. Is what I'm saying here. Some of Australia, Egypt.
Vegapunk would never let this happen.
Some of the Middle East. And some did and got rid of it. And those are what we call the smart countries. Chile observes it. That, according to Wikipedia, that's it at the moment. Sub-Saharan Africa knew what they were doing and never waded into it. Indonesia and Southeast Asia never had
All right,
it.
Sam, what's the next piece?
Afghanistan.
Our next piece comes from King Doji, who says, "Hey, the Animaniacs bit where he's just naming all the countries. Is that you're about to break down?
Oh, no,
that's what Zach's doing.
I was making a joke about
Mexico,
being
Panama,
boring.
Jamaica, Peru.
No,
Go ahead, Sam.
Sam, please. We're gonna
King Doji says, "Hi, OPP. I was listening to the last week's episode and everyone talking about how Garp keeps his job after this. Not only does he keep his job after this event, but his actions here lead to him being called the hero of the Navy. How does that square? I guess they needed to keep up appearances. Can't have Garp saving everyone and then fire him. Keep up the good work." Yeah, I guess it's probably like giving Smoker credit for Crocodile, or how they save face with the warlords, or if Garp learns something dirty that they how they let Doflamingo have certain privileges despite being a disgraced celestial dragon.
I think it's gonna be like twofold, because like the celestial dragons are gonna be like, all right, who ended up like saving us? Like after that entire disaster, who was our guy? And it's gonna be Garp. And at the same time, like everyone else is like, all right, Garp, you saw things you shouldn't have, so we're gonna keep you under our watch. You can't leave because you're gonna start telling people. We're gonna keep you here. Like I think he's kind of just like he's trying.
Yeah, I think it could easily be that all the celestial dragons are gonna be like, wow, what a cool marine hero, and then like Emu is like hiding in the shadows, like pulling at their turtleneck, like how do I tell them that I want him dead?
We can't get rid of him now. Now everyone likes him.
It's like I would have to reveal myself to even explain why I have a problem with him.
And like Zeb, it's gonna be the big bad Zebek that they took down. Like they're gonna come out of this looking like heroes. Like maybe Roger's gonna be like, they're gonna downplay the Roger part of it. But this is why Garp is gonna be so renowned. Like the hero of God Valley. Like he's trapped.
I do wonder how it's squared. Like how they figure out, like narratively how this works. I really don't know. I don't know.
Our next diss piece comes from Crescent Moon, the Slayer King, parentheses Slay, :D, Crescent Moon.
That's an emoticon.
Who says, "Hello, my fellow ghouls and goblins. Another year, another end to the spoopy season, as All Hallows Steve has finished. No more Zack-o'-lanterns. No Night of the Living Dead or..." Wait, I was looking for a pun in that one, but... No Night of the Living Dead or spooky
Night of the Living Ed, it should have been.
Oh, I'm sure that's what he meant to do, and then maybe his phone auto-corrected or something.
Yeah.
Or spooky dude haunting us.
I get it.
Speaking
These
of
are all Ken jokes.
Scawy things,
Take
Domi
that how you
Reversey. Speaking of scawy things, Domi Reversey. Last week's episode got me thinking. I want to know what kind of things y'all would be doing if you got Domi Reversied. Would Zach tell non-dad jokes that always land, and would Steve simply not read the manga? Thanks, and have a good week. So do you become your opposite when you're Domi Reversied? You're basically
Sam,
just...
No, it's
you
you
love
become...
opposite day.
It's less opposite and more you become your most evil version of yourself, I feel like. Or like all of the good parts about you are reversed. Like that's how Dory and Brogy kind of like, they were so loyal to their country, and it's the exact, yeah, I don't know the answer to this.
I would ignore my dog and throw out my Yamato merch.
Maybe a better way to do this is we should do this for people who are not on the podcast right now, and Domi Reversey that.
Steven would translate like scanlation likewise,
yes,
like adding
absolutely.
like excessive cursing.
Yeah, nothing would really be translated except the things that don't need to be translated. Those would be translated, if that makes sense. So
Yes.
like actual Japanese words would be,
Ooh, Shichibukai.
Yeah.
Or calling Katakuri dog tooth, whoever it was.
Right. Dogtooth.
That was a long time ago.
That was a long time ago. There's a lot of those that are still out there, but a lot less than used to be out there. I haven't heard Shishibukai in a long time.
True. You're right.
Although, to be fair, they were disbanded.
What is Shishibukai again? Is that the warlords?
The 7 warlords, yeah.
Okay, wow.
That tells you how long it's been. But Yonko, we still
Ken
hear,
pretending
right?
He doesn't know.
Gorosei.
I haven't heard it in a while.
Well, because they got disbanded, the 7 warlords.
Right, the Seraphims.
Yonko sounds stupid, in my opinion, is why. Like,
yeah, it doesn't feel right.
I'm sorry.
Like Shichibukai, you feel classy for knowing a big long Japanese.
Yeah,
word.
I
It sounds
get it.
too Naruto though.
It does sound Naruto.
That's
it
the bad
makes more
guys in a
sense for that.
Naruto arc.
Yeah, it is the bad guys. Like, I'm trying to think of what of those scanlation terms I actually like.
I can't think.
Tenryubito
What's
is a good one, but that sounds too cool for them. That's the Celestial Dragons.
Oh,
Celestial Dragons is a cool fucking name.
Well, that's because they're trying to be cool. I guess that works either way.
I'm a sucker whenever they do like Celestial or like anything. Like we still haven't seen like the top part of Elbath yet. What did he call? Is that the Celestial?
That's
I'm
the
waiting
astral.
to see that.
Astral.
The astral.
World,
Yeah, I love words like that.
What would Evil
so
Stephen have
excited.
called that?
The heaven
reverse.
level.
No, he would have. How do you say that in Japanese? Is I guess the
heaven.
Tenryu is celestial. I don't know. I don't know Japanese.
He would have called York Jersey.
Wow. Wow. What are you the Shonen Jump pop-up shop? Look what I did there.
Okay,
Sam, what's the next question?
Our next this piece comes from Davy vs. Eyepatch, who says, "Hey, you willing puppets. Nice of Emu to give Rox a costume right around Halloween. I want to know what's up with Eris. She hints at knowing about Rox's grand plan, and she definitely survives this. So could she still be alive today? Did she abandon her kid or die some other way? Seems like she could have influenced her son way more than Rox did. In other words, the name of this Eris is Blackbeard. Bonus if Steven is on, which he is unfortunately not. Does the phrasing, 'I can't even save a single baby' in this chapter match with Luffy saying, 'I couldn't save a single one of his friends at Sabaody'?"
Ooh.
Oh, that's good. Oh,
and it is kind of the same pose. It is that same, like, crying on the ground, fist, Everyone knows that gif.
Yeah.
I think, unfortunately.
I am, I guess, cautious of the possibility that in the next chapter or two, we will get a bit of, like, Eris is the one teach all of his evilness or something. like Streusen was to Big Mom or something.
I wonder if Eris is the one, like, hey, listen, go seek out Whitebeard. Like, your dad used to work with him. Like, lay low. He might notice you if he doesn't keep, like, there might be some, like, grand plan there.
What if everything was her idea this whole time?
That's like kind of almost the opposite of how women are used in storytelling recently.
But it would basically be implying that the woman is the source of all evil.
Oh, you're right.
True. Well, she is Eris, which is the goddess of, like, discord and destruction.
Oh my god.
No. Okay.
Oh my god.
Okay. Again, the app Discord does not have a goddess.
No, shut up. Not that.
No, we made that joke last time, so I had to again. Okay. Sam, what's I could see that going either way, but
I also want to know where she. Oh, sorry.
I don't think Blackbeard is trying to be evil.
Well, I think he loves chaos. I think he loves getting down and dirty.
Well, to be fair, that world
and he wants to
chaos.
he wants to rule the world, and I don't think he cares if some pain and suffering comes along with that.
Well, look who's ruling the world right now.
I'm just saying Blackbeard, he's a villain. He'll stab his own.
Yeah, I know
he. Back.
Yeah.
Which is the most evil thing you can do.
I think
the
at
One
this
Piece
point,
world, yeah.
Blackbeard just wants to take down Emu. Like, if you go back to the Egghead Island chapter, when Saturn's asking Devon and Warpy guy, what's his name? I'm forgetting. Like, what are you guys after? And they go, the world. And then we had that chapter a couple weeks ago.
Augur, Augur, did you say?
Yeah, Van Augur, thank you. They're pointing up at Emu and like, what would you call that thing? And Zepik is like, if I had to call it something, I'd call it the world. Like, to me, that was Augur and Devon saying, like, we're going after Emu. Like, we're finishing this story.
Yes.
Yeah, I was saying last week on the podcast, like, I think Blackbeard defeating Emu will be like Blackbeard's like level up to like proper final villain.
Yeah,
agreed.
I definitely co-sign that.
I didn't used to co-sign that, but I'm slowly learning to co-sign that. I was gonna say the other interesting wrinkle, and I forgot to mention this in the manga recap, is that Blackbeard would probably either know about Emu through Eris, or think that Garp and Roger did indeed murder his father, and And if that's the case, it's interesting that Garp is currently in the basement or whatever of Blackbeard's full of lead hideout at this moment.
Yeah, I think I think Blackbeard's motivations are going to come from an awareness of the Davy line.
I agree.
Like Cricket wanting to, I guess, clear his ancestor's name or defeat his ancestor metaphorically. Is I think that's like an echo of what Blackbeard. That's why they show up in the same arc, right?
True.
Like Blackbeard is somebody
could
who is
it be that Blackbeard is the last Davy at this point? Because if
that's the implication. That's what we're supposed to assume, unless all D's are
Davies.
I want to take one step back. So the main complaint Greg had, and I do agree, is why, and I know fans in the comments have answered, their reasoning for this, but like personally it hasn't squared for me yet. But why did Blackbeard become a 7 warlord if Emu saw someone who looked exactly identical to Rox? Like what was going on there? I mean, to be fair, Emu probably thought that Blackbeard or the spawns of Davy were dead, but also they look identical. I guess
the Emu was, I guess, just not that discerning in that category.
I don't want to chalk up the face.
Although I guess because Emu knows Rox has a kid,
but Emu thinks the kid is dead now.
Yeah, to be fair, he has good reason to think the kid died at God Valley.
So yeah, no, I think it's out of sight, out of mind for the most part. And but it's bad enough. But now in the present day, because in the Reverie where he's got Blackbeard's wanted poster, or they have Blackbeard's wanted poster.
Yeah, he must have figured it out at this point.
Saturn even commented like they know about Blackbeard's lineage.
They do,
so
yeah.
It might be like a keep your enemies close kind of thing. Like, all right, we know your deal. As long as you we'll keep you around. If you step one toe out of the line, we'll do something.
I don't know. It seems stupid.
But also
if
the fact that
about it a little more.
The fact that Blackbeard has been using the Marshall family name this whole time feels like a very deliberate step in maintaining his identity or in honoring his mother the way Ace honors his mother.
That would be interesting. He also, what is he really absorbing here at the age of 2? That's the other thing. Is he? Well,
it's what his mom is going to raise him to understand.
I feel like narratively we're supposed to believe he is remembering this because we do see his specific reactions. And they are a little bit different than I feel like a 2-year-old would react in this situation.
Yeah, it's not.
Sometimes seem calmer.
Yeah, like the word bubble with the ellipses. Thinking about something, some gears.
I don't know. I'm very interested. I think people have asked, like, will we return to God Valley to finish it in a different flashback? I could see us having like a full out Blackbeard flashback. Which would be weird because we're doing if we've been skirting the edges.
I mean, later.
No, I know. I'm talking about much later.
I can see a post-God Valley Blackbeard flashback.
I think we'd have to have some of this in it, though. Like how he got to this place in time and in God Valley.
Yeah, we're going to get some of the details now. We're going to get some of the details later.
And yeah, I do think we might be returning to this scene in the future. Though quickly, hopefully. What's next, Sam?
Our next disc piece comes from Sailor Carno, who says, "Hey, OPP, I just want to say that this chapter proves how much of an MVP Kuma is. I hope that he can be revived soon."
One day.
Yeah, we're still hoping we can get the old Kuma back.
Still have to find out what that Buccaneer power is. Still have no idea.
Yeah.
What just
died before
eats at me? What eats at me is that Kuma is just lying there, and is anyone he's just there, and no one has mentioned him, or he's just not. He's also
Bonnie's
not
taking
there.
care of him. She's sitting on his lap.
No,
and just
No, she is not. She's with Lilith in the forest. Remember they were doing that laboratory.
With
Kuma was not. I don't think Kuma was there. I could look. I mean, it has been. Like
I could be wrong. I thought Bonnie was looking after Kuma. If
I
Kuma
don't
was
think
just
so.
like in the storage of the ship.
That's what I mean. Like, what is he just like hanging out in the Thousand Sunny right now, looking at the sky? Like,
well, that's like the last time I remember seeing them
in Frankie's workshop.
They were on the ship, and she was sitting on his lap. I'm like, look, Daddy, the sun. That's the last.
That's like the last time we see Kuma. Yeah. I have to. Okay, I'll do some searching.
He's like a scarecrow on the Thousand Sunny, scaring things away.
Yeah, that's just been something that's annoying me.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah. What's next?
Our next dispute comes from Cramu Rocks XOXO, who says, "Ahoy, OPP! Bangerest of banger chapters this week. Holy shit! Kuma continuing to just be the best. Rocks and Whitebeard's clash, the ominous interactions between Emu and Rocks, how Harold ties into Emu's plans, and the final page, stellar stuff." My question is, now that we know Eris survives Yelav Dog, how does Blackbeard become an orphan? Wrong answers only, please. She just like trips on a banana peel and hits her head on a table.
Kuma accidentally slammed Eris into a rock with his powers, killing her on impact, and Teach
Blackbeard
survived.
Cannibalizes her, thinking that she's
oh my
sweet,
god,
like Big Mom.
Yeah, I don't think she's dead, honestly. Like if Teach is quote unquote orphaned and then goes off to join the Whitebeard pirates, like it makes sense that she's not around anymore. But I can't imagine what would take her out.
She's gonna die at some point.
She seems pretty resilient to me, so who knows?
Our next dispiece comes from Sheepman, who says, "Howdy, OPP. It seems like Dragon lost baby Shanks and the marker he was going to use to mark the twins. Did Shanks' mom knit her kids' names onto their clothes? Did Garling sound the Amber Alert for Shanks, or did Roger and his crew just happen to name Shanks by that name by pure coincidence? Anyways, pretty crazy and fun to see the sequence of saves in this flashback from Dragon saving Kuma, who in turn saves young Teach and Eris. Have a sweet week, y'all." This thought did occur to me.
I'm assuming the name is like stitched onto the clothing.
It's like on the backside of the little butt flap.
Yeah, or like on the foot or something.
Yeah. Sorry, I forgot what I was looking for, and I just started getting into the early chapters of Elbaf. I'm like, these were good.
Imagine if they they discuss what like when you adopt a pet, like they might have like a name already given, but then you choose a new name when you adopt it. Like, would the crew like discuss like, okay, well, Shanks, let's be real, it's a little.
It says Shanks, but we can call him Ninja.
Yeah.
Don't name your children Ninja. That's how they get beat up.
Badass. Better than Bonk Punch.
What did I? Is Bonk Punch one of the real ones? I keep mixing up which one. Yeah, okay.
You said Building Punch or Bonk Juice.
No, I said Bonk
like
Juice.
That.
I said Bonk Juice. That's the fan fiction version. Yeah, the pairing.
That's the Evil Steven translation.
It's my OTP. Is Bonk Juice.
Our final dispiece comes from Straw Hat Rigby, who says, "Hey, OPP, something I've always found pretty impressive regarding Oda's writing is that the more he expands the world/lore, the more he deliberately tries to fold it into the existing story. That's why so much of his stuff is cyclical in a way that feels so planned out. He never loses sight of that for the most part, but it's also a double-edged sword because the easiest way to do that without adding even more time to the story is by saying this person is actually this person and this person is related to this person. I'm thinking about those things a lot, especially right now with the expansion of Davy Jones' lore and the Rock's backstory. Hope all of you LA folks got to celebrate the Dodgers, and I hope you NYC folks vote this Tuesday. Have a great week." Yes, it is definitely a double-edged sword. I always like it when the added stuff, like makes the character feel more three-dimensional. Like there's like a series of arcs and ups and downs, and you can look back at the character, how they are at the beginning of the story, and be like, oh wow, there's a lot going on here. But then I feel like it's at its worst when it's like we have to connect so many of these pre-established relationships that it makes like some of these recent flashbacks feel very kind of crowded and forced.
I just remembered I was looking for okay. Anything else on this piece?
I'll just throw one thing in there at the end. Like, I don't have a problem with the whole like, oh, this person's actually this person kind of thing. Like, I feel like for the most part, Oda's always done a good job at it. I think it just takes time to play out, because like even now we have like Captain John has kids Devil Fruit, and okay, his name is Eustace Captain Kidd. So are they related, or is it just a coincidence that two people with the name Captain in their actual name both share the same fruit? Like, to me, it's like, okay, if it's just, oh, it's just reusing a fruit, great, I don't care. If it's like, oh, they're actually related, like, by a bloodline, it's like, okay, doesn't really add anything, but it's cool. Like, it doesn't really change anything for me personally.
Yeah, and that's where, like, the complexity of One Piece, like, can also be a strength and a negative, because it's like, if the characters are too interrelated, that makes the world feel small. But like if it's interrelated in the sense that, like, you know, we're all technically related in some way in the world, like we're a huge, massive web of relationships, then it can kind of feel big again, just because there's just so many connections to make.
Yep, agreed.
Yeah, so I don't know.
No luck finding Kuma.
There's definitely mixed feelings to have about it sometimes.
Okay. I can't do two things at the same time, so let's do emails. First one comes from Daddy Longlegs the father, who says, completely unrelated to the chapter, have you ever wondered how long it seems giants stay in school? Are there 3 times the grade levels, or do they stay in the same grade for 3 years with multiple summer and winter holidays? If Colin flunked at 3rd grade, is he stuck there for 3 more years, or was it actually 14th grade? I heard that's a tricky year. P.S. was Gerd in college and med school for over 2 decades. She's surprisingly well adjusted. From Daddy Longlegs the father. Yeah, this is like one of the things. This is like CinemaSins like kind of like complaint.
Yeah.
That I have too.
I think everything's just tripled. Like, it makes sense that, okay, they're in school for 3 years.
How
like,
does a 20-year... So they're just stunted development, like, over... That's how that works?
I think they perceive time... Like, time passes differently for them, like...
I don't think... What was the question? I'm sorry.
Since, like, you know, Colin's 20 years old, but he's in 3rd grade, how do the grades work? How does that work in school? Is essentially the question.
Maybe a grade is a multiple of our years, but they just call it 1 year.
Exactly. That's exactly what the email is saying. I kind of agree.
I don't know. I don't like it. The other email we got is from Ben Wild, who says, "Hey podcast, it only took 25 years, but Toei finally figured out it's a good time not to kill their animators. Will this mean episode quality goes way up? Also, I hear that around March, there's going to be an epidemic of the I can't go to work disease. Do you think this is true?" I think that lasts.
We were wondering after the last break, like, oh, is this going to be like make a major difference in the quality? But the quality has been good for a while now. I don't think the quality is going to change much. I think it's mostly just like now we don't have to worry about overlapping with the manga.
The quality has been excellent. I think it is giving the animators a little bit of a break. Although I know Henry...
Although that could be an assumption that we're making that isn't true.
Yes, we really don't know. And maybe they'll just spend more time on it, you know? Like, the thing that we have known for many years is that they work right up to the wire. Now, the question is, will they not do that anymore?
I feel like anytime... you would think that's the case, it's still not the case.
Yeah, it's like that thing. Okay, this time I'm not going to procrastinate to the last second.
Yeah, exactly.
Meanwhile, I have so much time, I could do it now. Cut to 10 minutes before.
Except let's not imply that it's the animators procrastinating. It's
it's
probably
the
businessmen.
I'm sure. Yeah. No,
we have to pay you before you. We send our stuff in.
Yeah, I think we could always blame those people. The businessmen.
Are there any more emails, Zach? Or
no, there are no more emails anymore.
We have some Blue Sky stuff if you want to do that too.
Let's go Blue Sky Pia then.
Right. Blue Sky Pia, yeah. First up, we have what?
No, go, please go.
First, we have from Goji. Blue Sky Pia, does the recent success of the anime arcs as movies, aka Demon Slayer, Chainsaw Man, pave the path for a God Valley theatrical release? How likely do you guys think this is based on how Toei operates?
I don't see that. I saw an uptake of like posts of like tweets and stuff of people.
I have
that
seen
idea
that,
out there. Because I saw the new Demon Slayer movie, and I was kind of like surprised at how much the idea worked for me of like seeing the continuation in theaters. But
it's asking a lot of people. Although I guess it worked, but I like the.
I guess it works in the sense that it's like instead of everybody sitting around their TV at the same time to watch a new episode, everyone's getting together in a movie theater to watch like 6 episodes or whatever.
The Demon Slayer movie is interesting to me because the first time they did that with the Mugen Train arc, that was an entire arc start to finish, and it felt very satisfying. The new Demon Slayer movie out right now is only a third of the final arc, so like it was great to watch, and it was a really cool experience. But at the end, I'm like, I want the ending now. Like,
yeah, like
wait 2 more movies to
wait.
It's not. Yeah.
So I'm not a Demon Slayer. I've not ingested any Demon Slayer.
You're not a Demon Slayer.
That's how you read it, right? You ingest. But so are these like episodes they've done in the anime and a movie, or
it's
just
basically
only
they as far as I can tell, they basically just make the batch of episodes that they would be airing on TV, except they make it look like they make it look like $1 million, but it's like when I watched the movie, I was surprised at like how much you could kind of feel where they're already planning to like cut
Slice
the episodes for the TV version. So it's paced very strangely as a movie, but it's like you're getting a more spectacular version than a TV only release.
I will say,
and it's like the collective experience of everyone getting together to watch it at the same time.
So we're talking about the studio executives being the good guys, obviously here. So if I'm a toy studio executive, I could be like, okay, I could produce 4 episodes of this, and it'll do. I'll make whatever X money from Crunchyroll and all these other places. Or I could make this amount of money putting it in theaters, potentially.
And then you get a big news
like
push for it.
Yeah.
You get a good marketing push for it. Everyone's talking about like, oh my God, can you believe the new anime movie made this much money at the box office?
And I will say, God Valley would be a pretty good choice for that.
Because there would be an isolated chunk of the story. And like it's like, if they do it like Demon Slayer, it would still be like watching, 6 episodes of the anime.
I think that's very cool. I'm trying to think, okay, would I prefer that or an original story?
That's what I'm thinking.
Depends.
Like, didn't Film Red do like really, really well?
Film Red did excellently.
After Gold doing not so great.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, Gold did well. It just didn't like shatter records like One Piece
didn't
movies
meet
tend
expectations.
To. Right. Their expectations were very
happen.
high, I think, is what it was, and then it didn't reach that.
And then,
but I think,
Gold has such a good soundtrack. I know Red does too, obviously, but like Gold soundtrack is just so stellar.
It's definitely food for thought. I would like to see an original story, but one that's like so big and epic they have to do it in multiple parts, like a Kill Bill or a
I think that's fine. I think I like the idea of doing something like Strong World has its issues, but the concept of doing something that Oda would have done as an arc, but then deciding, okay, let's just do it as this movie, but maybe like making it fit, like making it possible to fit it in the canon a little bit better, which I know is harder and harder these days. That would kind of be my ideal movie, like a movie that could, be canon. Potentially, like, that you don't have to like try and square A and B together.
Or Megumi Ishitani's trilogy of art
yeah,
house.
just do Megumi Ishitani. Just the fan letters movie. I actually think is probably one of the more likely kind of situations too. Because I mean, I wonder what Ishitani is up to right now. I should check because I know she posts on Twitter.
I don't think anybody knows right now.
She's definitely doing like other non One Piece stuff too.
She did the Witch Watch opening.
Yeah. She's incredible, and she's gonna be like a superstar, obviously, in animation world. Yep.
I'm sure I'm sure they got something One Piece for her again.
I hope.
We'll see something next year.
But even if we don't, I think we've been very lucky to have her as much as we have. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, we got one more Blue Sky.
Okay.
From Ice Fisher Tenacity, just 2 quick questions. 1, if Eris was able to survive this flashback, do you think there's hope that Ida will be able to as well?
God, I hope, but also I highly doubt any of the moms are surviving.
Moms have a bad track record in One Piece. And second question, do you believe the break will begin after December 26th with the adaptation of Chapter 1121, or after January 25th with the adaptation of Chapter 1125?
So I just was looking for the Kuma thing and instead remembered that I saw that question. I'm hoping the latter. We talked about how arcs are much less defined these days, particularly. So I'm curious how they're gonna do it. But
yeah, I'm really not sure, honestly.
I think you gotta contain as much of the Egghead story as possible. So, like, even casting wise, I feel like they gotta be in a place where they're not like, they don't have to have Vegapunk's voice actor necessarily be there. But we'll see. I don't know.
But meanwhile, they're announcing Shamrock's voice actor, so
right.
Who knows?
Who we won't actually. Do we see Shamrock at all?
The first time he shows up is when it's already on Elbaf, and they teleport into the castle.
Chapter 9 or whatever,
I guess if the Reverie Shanks was actually Shamrock, his voice is going to be wrong retrospectively. Retrospectively.
Yeah, that would be the worst.
We still got to confirm that. I want that to be like finalized at some point, or like
it's 100%.
It is. I don't need it. It's like it'd be nice. Like, okay, a certain pirate who you're talking about.
But it is cool that Oda did know that he was doing that. I mean, like at the time, even like chapter 900 something feels like it should be really far late in the series to do something like that. But also it was like 200 plus chapters ago, so it's pretty cool.
All the Shanks evil twin theories back then, I shrugged off so badly. And that's
me
like,
too.
Darn. Okay.
Because it is cliche as shit.
Yeah, exactly. He didn't show his face. They didn't show the scar. I'm like, okay, I'll take it.
I guess they were right.
They were right. You hear that, all of you? You're all right.
Yeah, all of you. Everyone listening. That's it, right?
Yeah, that's all.
That's it for Piece Together. Let's round off the show.
Piece Together.
There was Piece Together.
That was Blue Sky Pia.
No, the whole segment.
Oh, sorry. Cut all this. Sorry.
Well, Delaney, you know what to do.
I'm sorry, Delaney.
And that's to keep it in. This has been the One Piece Podcast, episode 891 for November 3rd, 2025. Thank you all for coming on the show. Big thanks to Ed and Steven who had to take off. Huge thanks to Kirby. Please check them out on their social media, which I'm pulling up right now. D Kirby J at Blue Sky. And DonaldKirbyArt.com. So check him out. Check them out wherever you can. You could check us out at patreon.com/One Piece Podcast, where we post sketches of art as well as the alternate art, as well as the alternate episode titles, as well as the extended and ad-free episodes every week, and a lot more. We're also doing our sticker of the month crew. So if you subscribe to us on Patreon at $12 or more, you get a chance to vote on a sticker you get of some of Steve's art. Or I don't know if we're doing forever other artists as well in the future, but we'll see. This month, the Robin, what's it? The I always forget the Disney Fantasia.
Night on Bald
Night on
Mountain.
Bald Mountain. I think we called it like Night on Bangs Mountain. That's what we called it. Because the Bangs came back in that Robin form. And they're back now forever, hopefully. So yeah, anyway, that's the sticker for this month. You get to vote every month, but if you want that sticker, it's actually already too late because it's November. But you could vote on the next one if you join now. I don't think Steve's chosen the two contenders yet, but again, if you want to get on the ground floor, $12 a month for that, plus everything else, basically. So join us there, patreon.com/One Piece Podcast. You could also find us online at onepiecepodcast.com or anywhere you get your podcasts, including Spotify or Apple Podcasts, the rest. And on social media, Instagram, Blue Sky, Twitter, YouTube at youtube.com/One Piece Podcast. We're posting new episodes. I'm trying out some new thumbnails. Let me know what you think. I'm doing that A/B testing thing, so we'll see if that actually comes up with anything. But yeah, I've been enjoying more YouTube material, so I'm starting to understand how people listen to podcasts there a little bit more. So I hope if you're listening to us there, thank you. Yeah, I think that's it for us. Ken, where can people find you?
You could find me anywhere on the internet at KindKing01. That's my username across the board, whether it be Blue Sky, Twitch, Instagram, you name it. I'm the same name everywhere. And you can also check out the OP collab on Blue Sky. Our artist this week, Curb, me and I hosted a big collab. We drew, well, not us, but we recruited hundreds of artists to draw hundreds of One Piece characters from Post Dressrosa through Egghead. So if you want to see a lot of really cool One Piece art, check out OP collab on Blue Sky.
Sam, what about you?
They can find me on Blue Sky at LC Sam.
Before we go, I'd be remiss. We have Ken and Sam. I have to torture you a little bit. Have I not done that yet? I think we should do everyone's favorite game, random number trivia.
Oh no.
I do like random number trivia.
Yeah, that seems to be a more popular one. And I also love the trivia segment and feel bad that we haven't been able to do it very much. And we actually have a little bit of time. So we're going to do our random number generator. But this is easy. It's only two of us. So this shouldn't take that long. Or two of you. I am not answering questions. I don't do that. So we're going to pick a number from 1 to 1164. And I'll ask you some questions that I have to make up on the spot. Who wants to go first?
I'll go.
Ken raised his hand first. Sorry, Sam. You get 461. What arc is that in?
I have no idea.
Well, that's the point of the game.
461.
Yeah, that gave you a truly like in the middle number there.
Yeah. Is that?
You could do it. Think about it.
Yeah.
Not for too long and make it interesting.
Is that Thriller Bark?
That is Thriller Bark.
Oh my God.
By the way, I feel like Ken and Sam should be kind of same skill level with this too. So this is.
I'm bad with numbers though. That's the issue.
But you don't need to know any other numbers. The only number you needed to know was 461. What cover story is it?
It's a cover story. It's not just like a
It
request.
is volume 27 of a cover story.
Is it? That's not the Baroque Works one, is it?
No. Sam, do you want to steal?
It's the Eneru goes to the moon.
Correct, Sam.
Oh, sorry, Zach.
Why are you? Yeah, you should be. I was saying. I was
I
about
like
to say,
your question.
why are
Like,
you?
why are you? Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. No, you should be. Sorry. Okay. Question number 3. This chapter features a very momentous face-off, and also the return of a recurring gag from Oda. Name either the gag or the face-off.
Is this the docking?
No. Was that running? Was that a running gag?
Return of a gag.
It's the return of a gag.
So there was a.
So I'll give Sam could steal. Yeah.
Oh, I know what it is. God damn it!
You could say it after if you want.
Is it the Usopp face for the screen? Like,
can you be more specific? No? I don't.
Against Perona.
Yes, but not the Usopp face.
Is it the I'm always negative thing?
Yes, it is the I'm always negative. But who's making the face in response? Perona's making the Eneru face.
Perona's making the face, and it's the same face that Sugar makes later on.
I'll give you a half a point.
No, I think Ken gets that point.
Okay. Yeah, no, that was very good.
Thank you.
It was also a poorly worded question.
That was like the first time that the Eneru face became like a
runner.
Yeah,
I think it might be.
What?
Yeah, it is.
There wasn't an Eneru face between that.
Who is on the Eneru face? It's been Eneru, Perona, Sugar. Is that the only
and
three?
Luffy did when he saw Sabo.
Right.
Jinbei did it.
It's happened a lot. Like,
okay,
it definitely became a thing.
Wait, you know what? And reasonably
after a long time of not being a thing.
It's a good face. It's a good joke.
It is a great joke.
That's how Emu's gonna be revealed.
Oh my god. Okay.
That would be pretty good.
This chapter ends off on the worst note. What is happening in the last panel? That hint is very strong, considering all the. Is it something
with Absalom?
Yes, and I'll give you an extra point if you're more specific as to how this chapter ends. I will give you an extra point. Like the panel. And I'm gonna screen cap it and show it to you because wow.
It's because if Usopp's already fighting Perona in this chapter, it feels like it's too far along in the arc. Or like when he's sneaking up on Nami earlier on.
Okay.
I can't. I know it's Absalom.
This is a bonus point.
Yeah. I can't get it.
So it's specifically Absalom puckering up to kiss Nami at the wedding.
At the altar,
the altar that she's unconscious for. Truly an awful, awful chapter.
I didn't realize that's how it ended.
That is the last panel of the chapter. So you had to wait a week or two to see how that resolved.
Will he kiss her? Find out next
What's
time.
awful is also, like, Oda's art is just so excellent in Thriller Bark, but Jesus Christ.
Yes.
Like, that's the thing. Even the art in that panel, which I guess I'll post on Discord or something. I'm putting in the episode description because I don't want to see that. But yeah, it's pretty crazy that it's so well drawn, but also, goddamn, the worst. Okay, so that was question 4, right? So this is the last question, so I should make it.
I thought that was a bonus.
No, that was.
Oh, no, okay.
That was 4 plus a bonus. If you're paying attention at home. The last question. I did not notice this, so I will ask it as a question. So the priest, who is a zombie, obviously, saying, "Do you promise to take Absalom as your husband and love him forever?" And the zombie responds for them. The priest's hat features a cross.
Okay.
But what is interesting about it? What's different?
Is it upside down?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Jesus.
Oh yeah. Hell yeah.
Ken. I didn't know that. That's the first time I've noticed that. Ken has 4 points. Sam had 1 for the steal. Remember with stealing, still anyone's game here. Okay, Sam, you ready? You got
I'm ready.
383. What arc are we at?
383.
383.
So 461 was Thriller Bark.
Mm-hmm.
100 chapters before that is
a little less, but yeah.
It's got to be like squarely early Water 7?
No.
Damn.
Ken, do you want to steal? 383.
383. And the one I just had was 467.
The one you had, I think, was 467. I've scrolled away from it, so
and it's not Water 7.
It's not Water 7.
Is it Ennis Lobby then?
It is Ennis Lobby. Sam, you need these now. Oh.
Can I win? Is it possible?
Yeah. I think you have to do a sweep though.
Okay. Sweep time.
Sam, did you listen to our color spread trivia that I did really poorly with the creatures and all that ridiculousness from a few weeks ago?
I was there.
You were there. The color spread this week was one of those, but I will give you more of a hint. It is the color spread that involved aerial transportation. Can you tell me anything else about it? It was one of the ones we discussed on that one. It has creatures on it.
The chicken one?
No, it wasn't. No, they are actually in the air in this one. I will let you get one more guess because this is a really ridiculous...
Is it the elephant spinning one?
No. Wow, we did a lot of ones in the air. Should I give one more hint, Ken? Should I be nice here?
Sure, yeah. Why not? He needs a sweep.
It's a sweep, true. Okay.
My headphones are dying. I need to swap them out.
Okay. Do you have a guess, Ken? While he
Well, if he
has to charge his headphones.
Oh, he can't hear me. Okay.
Okay, no, I'll do it.
What'd you say? It was an aerial delivery?
No, it was an I'm phrasing it in the worst way possible. Aerial transport. They're in the air. They are flying.
Sorry, Delaney, I just bumped the mic.
They're flying.
We're in trivia. No one cares.
You were gonna give me one more hint?
Yeah, give another hint.
It is the title is The Winner Takes It All. Can you describe what else?
What was that one?
I think I know what it is.
What's crazy is you've named two other ones that take place in the air
that we discussed
specifically on that last episode. That's incredible, Sam. I'm like stunned.
Someone where he's like on is he on like a sparrow or something? Luffy?
You're getting there.
Or Zoro's on a sparrow. Somebody's on a sparrow.
No, the Zoro's just sitting on a rope, actually. But
the jackal.
Oh. Should I give that to him, Ken? Do you know which one it is?
No, I thought it was the train one where like the train's like flying in the air.
No, we didn't do that one. I don't think.
Yeah, I have no idea.
I think personally. I will give it to you. It's a different type of bird, so you're like, I'm being a douchebag with this one. I want
to look at the color spread. What chapter color spread is this? 383.
It's the one they're on hawks, I believe.
Oh, that's completely different.
Yeah, Luffy's wearing a vest with no shirt. And Usopp and Luffy are both on one. Usopp's waving the camera. Zoro's sitting on a rope. Robin, Chopper, Sanji, and Nami are on like an airship with oars. Anyway, 20 minutes later, I'm giving that one to Sam.
Yeah, he got the bird.
I think he got the bird.
I got birds.
He got birds.
It was an aerial animal color spread, and I guess bird, and that was enough.
Luffy's on a helicopter. Watch out, folks.
This chapter features a fight between, like a major fight between these two characters. We're in Ennis Lobby, so could be anyone.
What?
I'll give you a little bit more.
What was the chapter number?
It's 383. I will tell you, it's
383.
pre-declaration of war, that chapter. The one where they...
Pre-declaration. So it's got to be
Pre.
like Luffy versus Bluno.
Correct. That was a big hint, I guess. I'm sorry.
That's a huge hint. That's only one battle before the declaration of war.
Well, it could have been versus
there's
the
others.
Everything on the train, I guess.
Yeah. I would have counted the train.
Or like, what's the judge's
name?
name? The three-headed judge.
Yeah,
Baskerville.
Baskerville.
That is
it could have been a Baskerville fight.
There's a few others.
Oimo and Kashi versus somebody. Could have been.
Yeah. There you go.
Okay, yeah.
So
I could tell by the certainty with which you called it a major fight.
Correct.
Okay. 2 more questions. Okay. This chapter does feature another major fight. It's Galila versus whom? You have not yet named them.
Galila versus somebody I haven't named yet. So it's not Oimo and Kashi.
Nope.
But there's not really other named
you're forgetting the most forgettable guys. So actually really reasonable.
Well, okay. Hold on. Give me a second to reason this out then.
It's incredible how fast the beginning of Enies Lobby. Like,
it is very fast. They
power through those fights really quickly.
So they're on Enies Lobby. We're not on the trains anymore.
We are on Enies Lobby. We are not on the train. I would have given you Water 7 if we were on the train because that's at least.
You got like Oimo and Kashi doing their thing. You got the Sodom and Gomorrah flapping around.
They are flopping around this chapter. That's true.
But who are they fighting other than generic nameless?
It's specifically in an Oda box. Enies Lobby.
Cool.
Have an Oda box.
Galila versus.
Galila versus. It doesn't just say like the CP9 agents.
They are the most forgettable people in this arc. I need an answer.
But they have a name? Oh, it's like they're like riding like dogs and stuff. Or what are they called? They're God, I don't know if I'd
the Hounds of Justice.
Yeah, like something like that. I think that would have been clever. I wish that was my guess.
That would have been more clever. That'll be my hint there.
Do I get a point for cleverness?
The Rough Riders, but it's RUFF.
Oh, that's amazing.
That's great.
What a missed opportunity. That would have been our episode title if we did this chapter. It would have been Rough Riders, and I would have... God, I wish we could have done these with like a brand new... Anyway, the answer is...
Get Steven to retranslate it, but just so we can get our puns in.
Yeah. The answer is Courthouse Guard Force.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, exactly as lame as it sounds.
That doesn't count as a real name.
That's a cruel question.
I know. I was trying to be cruel because I gave him really nice ones.
Do I get pun points?
Give him a pun point.
I'll give him a pun point. How long do you want to do this for, guys?
I'm gonna match.
No, because if he gets the next one right, he wins. If he gets the next one right,
he doesn't win. He's high.
Oh, then no pun points. I win.
Okay.
Okay, then we're done.
Is tie the best I can do right now?
Tie is the best you could do right now.
Okay. All right.
So am I counting that, Ken? Because it's on you.
I'll come up with a tiebreaker to defeat Ken.
Okay. No, I'll come up with a tiebreaker. Don't worry. Okay. This chapter ends with a conversation between these two characters. Unexpectedly. Well, not unexpectedly. Unceremoniously, like I don't know.
Unceremonious.
Not,
a conversation between two characters. Okay. Luffy and Blue Nar.
No. Let me take it back. Let me take a step back and do this in typical Zach fashion. It's a conversation between two creatures.
Oh.
One creature we know and love, and another creature.
Is that clarification relevant because one of them is not human, or because
no, it's relevant.
I'm
just going to say it's
funny?
Relevant, and I'm being funny. I'm always being funny, Sam. Come on.
Is Spandam talking to Funkfried in the office?
That is a great guess, but it is wrong. Ken, do you want to steal it for the win? For the extra win?
So it's two creatures talking to each other?
Yes.
At least one of them is human. I insinuated.
I don't want to be like, oh, it's Jobber, but he's in his wolf form.
Guys, come on, let's get down to earth here. Let's think about this. One is a major character. and the other is not a major character. That will be my hint. I think your guesses so far have been great. That they actually, again, that you figure out other things.
Is Hattori one of the characters?
No, that would be Lucci talking to himself, wouldn't it?
Ventriloquist?
I don't think Hattori actually says anything.
I'm getting hung up on the creature.
I think sometimes it's Hattori talking and they do the ventriloquist thing to keep you.
That's what Luffy thought.
God, how great would it be if Hattori was just controlling Lucci like
That's
Ratatouille?
We made this joke.
We made that joke? Okay.
Also,
that sounds familiar.
Also that Luffy realizing that like that the bird talked. That's one of my favorite panels, and just generally it's amazing. That's an amazing joke.
I have no idea.
The answer is the chapter ends with saying "Go Gamora," and it is Chopper talking to Sodom and Gomorrah, but Gamora specifically.
Okay,
that was a hard. Okay, he's technically a creature, Chopper, with a human fruit.
You're not wrong. You are not wrong.
You made it sound more. I was thinking something more dramatic, like,
exactly,
oh my God,
can you
believe this conversation's happening now?
I specifically asked that because I think it's crazy how back in these days, the chapters end with the least dramatic shit. Like,
it's like when you read Dragon Ball Z manga, and
right?
Like these are not cliffhangers.
It's not.
This is where the page count ended,
right,
for the week.
It's crazy, like how not cliffhangery these are specifically, and maybe it's just these ones I chose, but randomly.
No, I think that's just like I think the emphasis on cliffhangers grew over time.
Yeah. I think that's what we've learned today. That
sells more.
That, and there are a lot of flying creature color spreads that we've already discussed. Thank you all so much for coming on the show. I've lost my voice with that, so I'm going to end it there.
Did I win?
Ken won.
Congratulations.
Sounds
like Ken won.
Yeah, Ken
Happy
did
birthday, Yamato.
No. No. I also love Yamato, but that's more of a Ken thing. I don't know if I'm going to be on next week, but if I'm not, Steve will probably be hosting the podcast. If I am, I'll see you next week, everyone. My name is Zach. That's Ken. That's Sam. Goodbye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Maji.
No, we don't do that anymore.
I'm sorry.
Never do that again.